overall and the pressure is on, you see Optic play their best. And when you have a Renegade on your squad that's dropping those type of numbers, I ain't worried about Optic Gaming. They're going to be just fine today.
Listen to Unk over here. He'll tell you how it is. I put my full faith in Tony, so there you go. Well, do you know what? It's day one, and I think everybody knows what day one means. It's pool play. Let's take a look at them. Take a dip, folks, because the pools, they're heated. They're looking a little bit spicy. You won't get chilly in those unless we have some ice on some of these teams as well, which I'm sure they're looking out for. I think my eyes go straight to that Space Station Envy game. I mean, Pool D, once again, another rematch, a grudge match that we've seen online, also on LAN, and it went the way of Space Station last time, which honestly, I was a little bit shocked by. I knew it'd be close. I just thought Envy, with how they performed West previously, that they actually might have that growth to take it on LAN.
Yeah, that's the thing, is those series were so close. I had the opportunity to cast both of them last tournament. And everyone's talking about how great Envy is. Envy looks phenomenal online. Envy scrims are outproducing anything they could imagine from Space Station scrims. But at the end of the day, you got to play in that best of 5, in that moment. You got to be the better team. SSG gets the better of Envy. Both of those series last tournament, the big dogs came to play. I'll be very interested to see how it goes this time around. I'm expecting a more efficient Envy. When I watched those two play last tournament, it was sloppy Halo. It was individual skill really getting the job done and not enough objective efficiency. So whichever team can sharpen up over the past month coming into this pool, I mean, this World Championship is everything. I keep saying that. But that team is going to set themselves up so well in the winner's bracket.
I can't wait to see it. We have so many banger matchups that are going to be coming our way here. Speaking of, though, of course, we do have a schedule for you. Here is your Friday at your Halo World Championships, the Halo Infinite. Kicking things off, it's the green wall. The bounce back is on at the biggest tournament of the year. Optic versus TSM. After that Shopify Rebellion, they'll take on Akave. Another big match here for this, of course, Overglobe team who's coming in to make a look here. FaZe versus Mindfreak after that. We have Rebellion once again on the main stage going up against an EU powerhouse, Numenon. And then Optic Gaming will be bringing their fans to this one because Cole is going to be out for blood against Optic, and Space Station versus Envy, the very matchup in Pool D that we're looking forward to here to end your night. What a day of action that we do have. Absolutely incredible. And of course, we do have some really exciting things on for you guys because it wouldn't be a Halo World Championship without some amazing things to look forward to. I also just want to make sure that everybody is tuning in all day long because we do have a special announcement coming after match number 1. So make sure you are in seats, you're in the venue, don't go to the bathroom, don't go get food, do that beforehand. Please do come take a seat and listen to some really exciting updates that are going to be coming our way as well. And just also a quick note, another exciting update I did mention last time we were on broadcast was Sunday is going to be best of 7s, which is massive. West best of 7s. We really get to see the best duke it out, and really it kind of actually produces better competition for them.
Yeah, it's only right that we get best of 7s on Champ Sunday because that will truly determine who the better team is. A lot of the times in best of 5s, you can win both the Slayers and get away with highway robbery. Not this time around. The best teams will be decided on Championship Sunday. I can't wait for those bangers.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. We have our first matchup pretty much ready to go on that main stage, and what a main stage it is here at Worlds. Really excited to kick off pool play. It's going to be epic. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's start our day 1 here in Seattle.
Years of preparation is met with one last opportunity. Welcome everybody to the Halo World Championships 2025.
Oh
is the
shit!
final
Let's
dance
go.
Teams and players, and for myself on set, and of course alongside me, Bravo. What a game we have to start off here. Optic Gaming are on a little bit of a tough run over the last few events, get to take on TSM, who certainly will be seeing this as an opportunity.
How about it? Maybe the most important pool play of Halo Infinite, without a doubt. If you think about what's on the line here, you think about the history between these two teams. Let's not forget, as we take a look at the series layout, TSM was the boogeyman that took down Optic Gaming. They are a piece of Optic's loser bracket runs all year long. TSM taking them down 3-2, and Optic Gaming now with a chance to correct history. You saw their trajectory just moments ago. They need to turn this around. We're starting things off on a very important game type for Optic Gaming. It is King of the Hill, a game type that many said lost them the tournament in Charlotte just weeks ago. What have they done in the lead up? What have they done in the preparation to be ready for this? A game type where they took 60% of their season losses at a single tournament in Charlotte. Have they righted the ship? Are they ready? Form we're underway in game number 1 of the Halo World Championship.
The World Championship is live. And
Let's
we are
go.
Pool play TSM versus Optic Gaming. And like you said, Andy, set up beautifully. Not just because of the teams, not just because of the series, not just because of the fact it's pool play and Optic Gaming, but like you say, the game types that are in this series certainly will have TSM feeling good. Well, Optic Gaming here, we'll start off with a little bit of Renegade, and why wouldn't you? A little double kill for him to start.
Really is wild to think about just how much is on the line here, like we said. The most important pool play match probably of the entirety of Halo Infinite for Optic Gaming. You've heard in the interviews and a lot of disappointment over these last few tournaments for this team. And it's a chance to once again advance through this tournament in the winner's bracket, but their first test is not only a pool play test, as we said, it is a pool play rematch, but Optic Gaming off to an early lead here in game number 1.
Pretty good start here from Optic. The TSM have managed to, as they like to, keep it a little bit scrappy, just making sure they were contesting that hill, making it uncomfortable for Optic. But Optic now have regained some control. Toilet's going to get the first pick, but Renegade's going to respond. But as last alive, he's going to have to keep responding here. And the pressure is flowing as they flood towards him. TSM will get Optic 4 in the desk.
Who is Druck?
Two spawners already on elevator. We'll see what they can do with this and maybe hold off this next Optic push. In doing so, could maybe even tie up this first hill. We'll see if Druck can hold.
Now going to be challenging through the turbine. Druck going to at least hit a body shot here to slow down the progress, but Renegade again in that kill feed finds a double kill. Opens up the map here for Optic.
Yeah, 2 nice kills uncontested so far. It might even be 3. It's 3 dead. What a response from Optic Gaming. And as we said, TSM able to get numbers on the board there in terms of the scoreboard. However, right away, 4 dead for TSM. It's a staggered 2 dead. This will be an Optic Gaming point.
Now you see Renegade moving forward as Optic do get that first hill under their belts, and it was all due to this man playing off the damage of teammates. A little double kill to open up the map. He gets the 3rd kill as well. And then with that shock rifle moves forward to keep pressure onto TSM's respawners. However, TSM have managed to answer back here, flipping the kills into their favor, and they have complete and utter control of this blue hill.
Yeah, really good work here from TSM off the back of that first hill, already uncontested, as you say, 50% of the way done, and they also get the first pick yet again, so they will maintain that man advantage.
Interesting to look at the slays here as well. Only Renegade on the side of Optic Gaming, who's positive at the moment. We also talk about Torlik and what an impact he has when TSM win games. Well, he's currently at 6-4 at the moment, does fall momentarily as Optic look to break 3 dead for TSM.
Torlik gonna wish that nade went just a little bit, maybe an inch or 2 to the right of the stacks. Instead, he will fall without taking down Formal, and as a result, it's Formal himself. How about the man on your screen? You heard him just days ago saying this very well could be his last tournament. And he told the Green Wall, do not worry about the last few events. I promise you, just watch Worlds. We will not let you down. He knows what's on the line here this weekend. So much riding on the World Championship.
One of the greatest Grand Final World Championship players of all time, regardless of the FPS title, and certainly has proven that again in Halo upon his return. But for Optic Gaming, they've got to be careful here. TSM in control of this tunnel hill once more, and with not too much of it to convert into their favor, we might be looking at a tie game pretty soon here.
Yeah, very nice hold once again. The first pick, it's a straight 3v3 at the moment, but TSM will continue scoring here. Doesn't look like anyone in position, and TSM right back in the game. They win your second hill. We are tied 1-1.
What the heck
This
is
is going to be a tight series. We knew this is going to be
Druck's just like
tight
randomly
game
shooting?
And TSM respond almost immediately after that first hill. Went the way of Optic. Renegade can't quite connect with the headshot, and Soul Snipe's going to take that shot rifle off of him. Tries to bend the shot round the corners there, but doesn't manage to quite get the trajectory he was looking for. 2 dead for Optic again. You can already see the other 2 players under pressure here. Optic losing the Slane battle at the moment and continuing to do so as Soul Snipe can't get the kills, but certainly is outputting some great damage.
Yeah, great damage indeed. Great discipline from Soul Snipe there. Just gets the damage.
It's like
and just
weird
scurries
audio
back. Not
glitch
only
with
does
their-
that, also blocks any elevator spawns as well. Here comes the push. Keep an eye on
with
the
their
kill feed.
stream.
Important moment here in the game.
Bound
Every
gets
time
that
a
first
sound
kill. It's gonna
happens,
be
it, like,
exchanged immediately though.
makes
Legend
this
finds
weird,
another, and
like,
now Legend is going to fly forward. The
echoing
MVP
sound.
from last year's World Championship. Legend will find the double kill, and TSM have been broken. Managed to come off the respawn. It was a fresh 4 dead for TSM as Optic will take control of the hill.
See what Legend could do here now.
When we come back,
Good damage and an important kill that will maintain just a little bit of map advantage at the moment. Take a look at his numbers here. He's 8-4 to start things off, and double positive at this stage of the game. A lot of promise from Legend. And let's talk about how good he looked at the complexity warm-up as well. A killing spree for him, but popping off really impressive numbers just last weekend in that online tournament that they were able to take and get a little bit of momentum. We'll see if he can do that again here, but they're 2 dead at the moment.
Yeah, speaking of momentum, by the way, Legend, when we checked in about a minute or so ago, was essentially tied up. He was about even on his kill-death ratio, so that's the kind of run he just went on. But the battle for the elevator spawns is continuing here. Both teams trying to wrangle that spawn away so they can control this hill a little bit more comfortably. TSM 2 dead, Optic 2 dead, but Torlic inside of this hill at the moment trying to bait these nades out from Optic Gaming with this camo in his hands. And Optic don't really know what to do here. It looks like they're a little bit lost.
Love the discipline from Tolic. Just ping, ping, ping. Avoids the nades, as you said, and jumps
Ping,
right
ping,
back
ping,
in with the
ping.
camo. They will continue scoring. And right now, a man advantage by just a second. 2 dead, and if they're able to get this kill in batteries, this will be huge as well. Just Manny trying to track it down. Oh, but fantastic bait in the end. Manny's make sure to get that kill. That will be cleaned up. So still 2 dead, and they have a little bit of a slight lead here on your 3rd hill. But man, how this game is slowed down. You can feel like the game is riding on this 3rd hill.
You certainly do indeed. Shock Rifle coming up as well. Formal's going to get the opening pick though with a sticky grenade, but Bound's going to lose his individual fight. 2 players from Optic trying to flood towards Torlic's position, and Renegade will play off that damage once more. But as last alive now, Renegade, even though he's 15-8, he's going to have to wait for the rest of Optic Gaming to get back on the map before he even thinks about pushing forward. Good nades coming in from TSM means that Renegade is now trapped, and TSM, and in the meantime, are sat inside of this hill. And if they get this, which they do, there's only 2 minutes left in this game for Optic to
shit.
find
Optic might
a way
lose
to
this
tie
first
it up.
game.
What a series of plays here as TSM takes the lead. Truck makes sure to flush out Renegade. Fantastic pre-nades from the pipes. That was the key there. He hits the pre-nades, the team had the help, and Druck comes in and flushes out the kill. And what did we say? This game type, all of a sudden this season, after being 13-2 in King of the Hill, has been trouble for Optic Gaming. And if things stay the same, if
Yo,
the
I'm on
score stays
Discord
the
if you
same,
wanna hop in.
we could see TSM taking game number 1. Can they hold for the last 1 minute and 45?
1 minute 45, and as we know, this hill as well, you're so vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm already
when you
streaming right
stand
now.
Inside of that point, so difficult to be
No, they
completely
start in
control
like
of it at any
40
point.
minutes.
As
It's another
Optic
40
Gaming will
minutes.
find
They
themselves
start at
3 dead
4.
once more, and time off the clock here for
Yeah,
TSM.
I'm watching
That's got to be the play call for
Optic, man.
TSM right now. Keep Optic out of the hill. Don't worry about converting it. Just make sure you're winning these fights.
And let's not forget, for TSM, it was all about stealing one objective game. As you heard the desk say, if they can
No,
steal
I'm
one
streaming on
objective game, as by
Twitch,
the way,
YouTube,
Bound
Kick.
4-14 as he takes his 14th death. Uncharacteristic from him. TSM, the mission
Sure.
was always to take one of these objective games, as they have really good records in both Slayers in this series. We'll see if they can close it out here. 60 seconds left.
Here comes Renegade though. He'll find 1, 2 dead for TSM momentarily. Formal stands inside of that hill. Camo is coming up, so Optic a little bit split on what they have to do here, but it looks like they've managed to do both things they had to do. 1, get hill time. Keep TSM out of the hill.
we got a Let's Go
get that
Optic
camo. The
chat.
Shroud went down and Renegade managed to grab it. So Optic are starting to put the pieces together here. And even though TSM are trying to flush them out of the back of blue, there's an opportunity to strike for Optic.
2v2 for just a moment. Big battles here, having them back alive. 3 dead for TSM. And a pivotal moment in the game. Optic Gaming now Soul Sniper.
all right, everyone, welcome.
A very
back.
important
Time
kill and
for
does not
match
trade, by the
here.
way. That's going to keep things interesting, but Bound makes sure to clean up. Oh, no, Bound gets 2. And the double kill that you just saw on that death screen could be the difference maker in this game.
Statistics don't show everything, right? That double kill from Bound might have just saved Optic. An individual fight, he had no right in winning, but he comes out of that situation.
There is
Double
dual
kill
audio
to his
coming
name,
from
and
the
now
stream
he
right
has
now.
hill time as well. TSM trying to force Optic Gaming out of this hill, but look at the bottom of your screen. Optic just need a few more pixels to tie this up.
Bound should be able to even pick this just easily. Going to step right back in, and with that, he will do it. Tied up 2-2 here, and 3 dead off of the point as well. Optic Gaming with late game composure and resilience, and with 40 seconds left, could be sending us certainly into OT.
Yeah, this is looking like an OT sudden death situation. Next hill will win. Soul Snipe's going to fly through though, clears up Bound. 2 dead here for Optic Gaming. TSM has stood inside of this hill, but this hill is so difficult, as we love to say, to control. Former's going to grab that next shock rifle and start to go to work. He grapples it back into his hands, and he finds himself a play.
One thing Formal said, you might have caught in the interview as well, if I want to do anything, I want to leave this building knowing that I couldn't have done anything more this weekend. It's a very important shot. However, with that done now, it's going to be 3 dead for Optic Gaming for just a moment.
That'll be taken down as well. 3 dead for Optic, and TSM will break once again. And we have to give so much credit to Optic Gaming here. They have shown so much resilience, as have Optic. It's been back and forth between both of these teams, but it's TSM now who are closing in on stealing this game away. The shock rifle will be thrown off the map. 20 seconds left on the game clock. TSM in full control of the bottom middle hill.
2 dead right here. Big important kill. 3 dead. Manny, last player alive, so needs to make sure he makes a very important play here. Whether it's damage or positioning, he knows he has to jump in here. We're about moments away from being tied here. Where does this Camo go?
Camo goes to Formal. Can he stay alive through the nades, through the shrapnel, through the fire?
Oh my god, he got stuck!
Drock out of nowhere! Gets the stick, and Optic and 3 dead, and TSM stand inside of that hill.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
shit.
What a stick there. Moments away.
TSM get the point. TSM go into the lead, and with 15 seconds left, surely Optic don't have the time required as they go 3 dead once more to force this game
First game.
to go on any longer.
Wow.
4 dead for Optic, 10 seconds left on the game clock, and TSM look like they're about to steal this.
Has to be a Hail Mary from Optic. Can they jump in the hill?
I don't think anyone's close enough.
Nope.
I think Optic know this is done. It will have to be a picture-perfect push as Renegade steps inside. But Soul Snipe will clear him out, and Optic will fall, and TSM will win game 1 here in Pool Play at the Halo World Championships.
Wow.
Oh boy. And anyone who has studied tournament history this year and looked at this series, you had a lot to be excited about, especially if you were a TSM fan. We knew that game 1, King of the Hill, was going to be a pivotal game type, a worrisome game type for Optic Gaming. And TSM proving that not only were they up to the fight in that game type, but also up and ready for a World Championship Optic Gaming. As you can see, stern faces on the players of Optic Gaming. Not surprising to see. And we are witnessing once again Optic dropping game number 1 in Pool Play.
We focused on that game type and this series for a reason in the build up to this event. A number of reasons as we look past some of the moments of that last game. The story was always Optic and Pool Play, right? How are they going to perform? That's where their failings have been in the tournaments, that they haven't really managed to go the distance. TSM have been a bogey team in Pool Play. We've mentioned they've already lost to TSM in pools. The game type, a bogey game type back in Charlotte after having a phenomenal record previously before that event. Now we move to game 2, and oh my Optic Slayer woes, that has been the game type Slayer that has cost them tournaments all year.
I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like... I don't know.
And even though
Looks like they played like
a way to tie that game 2-2, and by the way,
sort of
had
medium
Sean in first
sensitivity.
pick,
Nobody plays super high
leading
sense.
into what would be the final hill of the game.
And what are they using for
TSM.
controllers?
With fantastic game management, they take
Origin
game
Slayer.
number 1,
It's a Halo 5
3-2
map.
over Optic Gaming, furthering Optic's losses in King of the
Oddball,
Hill
live fire,
late
neutral
in the
bomb.
season, and that sets us up for Slayer Origin. The map records here are very important. Optic Gaming is only 5-5, a neutral record on this game type on the year.
This
For
Slayer on
TSM,
Origin will be
it's a
sick.
3-1
We got
winning
rockets
record
left side of the
on
map,
Slayer Origin.
snipe right side of the map.
We'll take a look at some of those Slayer stats
really
in
been
more
able to see
detail here.
Cloud9
This is the
add
season
about
overall
3 or
30.
4 kills.
The audio
22
of this
for Optic
stream
Gaming,
is
17
atrocious,
and 11. The
dude.
win percentage is
They keep
higher
having like
for
audio
TSM. They
of
are
other
ahead
games
of
cut
Optic
in.
Gaming in the Slayer rankings this season, but like you said, it's the game type specifically here, the map specifically here, that skews those stats even further into the side of TSM. Going 1 up in the series, seeing this as a game 2, knowing you're 3-1, an Optic at 5-5, it's an opportunity to really strike here for TSM.
And it's like you and I talked about before the event. TSM can come into this series knowing they've already taken down Optic Gaming, knowing that Optic Gaming has had a troubled history with Pool Play all year long. with nothing.
He's
to
got
lose.
hand warmers,
And like you
dude.
said, if you look at these game types, overall with season records, the objective.
This
game
guy looks like
types
he's
skew
sweating
towards
bullets,
Optic.
dude.
However,
Holy
they're
shit.
much
This guy's
either
sweating.
favorable or more neutral towards TSM. TSM knew that the mission was always take one objective, and we have a great chance in this series. Now that they've done that,
How Mug could get it
think
right.
about the players
How
on
many
TSM.
years ago?
You think about years ago, TSM has something special, and I mean these four
What do you
players
mean?
specifically, something special at the
How
World
mug?
Championship. Deep runs from them, whether they're going through the winner's bracket or the elimination bracket. Something about these four players, they have a depth and a resilience that they find at the World Championship that's really unlike any other team.
I would agree with you. They are the bogey team of the Halo World Championships. And you add on top
Dude,
of the
like
fact
half,
that this is
all
the
of them have
final
hand warmers, dude.
Halo World Championships for Halo Infinite.
How MLG could get it right how many years ago, right? I know.
Every team will feel that.
Yeah.
So to
I like
set
this,
the
the way they
main
have this
stage
set up
for
with the
series
cameras in the front of
Halo World
the,
Championships,
in the front of the
seeing those game
setups.
types,
I like that.
knowing that Optic are vulnerable in pools,
But they don't seem to,
TSM have a
At least from-
massive
oh,
opportunity.
there's
But
Rockets,
this was
yep.
always gonna be a match where we were
This
gonna
actually
run
looks
both teams.
very
This was always
similar
gonna be a
to the
matchup
Halo
where we
5
like
one.
Optic were looking like they could be in World Championship form. So even though it's only one game done and the records don't favor
And they have
the Green Wall in
evade.
this game too, are Optic going to teach us all a lesson here in this second map of the series?
yeah, this is going to be a good game
Jared
type.
Form will say it as well, but he said to his teammates, listen, if this is the end of the road for Formal and Halo, I'm giving you all I have. How deep can they dig? Let's not forget, in Charlotte, they struggled in pool play and then had their lowest placing in over 2 years.
Dude, I
of
miss this
competitive Halo.
map a
How
lot.
do they make sure that history does not repeat
I miss
itself
this
here?
map, dude.
On the other side, can TSM ride this momentum? We're underway here in game
Let's
number 2.
go, Optic.
Now TSM leading the series.
I want Optic to
First pick is gonna
do
go
really
to
well.
Halo
This,
TSM, 2 dead on
I mean,
either
I don't
side.
mind seeing an
Very
upset,
quickly,
but
things get tied up. Trump just missed the Rockets though.
What
Oh,
the?
and it's going to cost him. Oh boy, is that going to cost him.
oh,
Only
Renegade
one
almost
kill
just
gets
went off.
picked up in the end, which that means TSM get away with it. But when you're looking at weapons, when you're looking at big game players, when you're looking at a man who has
yeah.
made a name
I've
for
got a-
himself in this title,
I've got an electric
probably
hand
in the
warmer
hands of
that I
Legend.
use
Already
actually.
hit one shot,
Surprised I
gets
don't have
another body.
those.
Renegade cleans that up, and
They just
Optic
have like
have a
the
2-kill advantage.
Small
baggies.
lead here
Ooh.
should be even extended now to 7-4. It is indeed. And if you've been watching this season, you know that the topic
This is
for
a
Optic
sick
Gaming all
spot to
year long
snipe.
has been Slayer, right? It's been how is Slayer costing them tournaments. If they win Slayers, they seem to win tournaments. If they lose the game type, they leave the building without a first place trophy. This was always going to be a very important game type for them, and they need to turn it on
Back
here in
off.
game number 2 and make sure they don't go down 2-0.
Well, early in the game, but with the sniper in his hands and 0 deaths, Legend has a chance to extend this lead. We know how important it is to control this S7.
Oh!
And how important it is to hit headshots like
This
that.
guy looks like he's
Ultimately,
playing
it's
on a
3 deaths
faster
for TSM.
sense.
Cortex
Oh, he
off
just
alive.
barely
It's
missed
gonna
him.
challenge.
This guy's
He
shot
does to
was
his teammate,
clean.
and TSM find themselves 4 dead. Optic Gaming
He's
have
3-0.
woken up. It's 12-6.
Big start here, as you say. Legend
He's
not
pushing
even
their
taken down
spawn.
yet. Love the discipline that we've seen from him as well. Snipe ammo will finally run out for him, but
Uh-oh.
not
He's
before
gonna
he
die.
goes 3-0 and make sure that they
Pinch.
extend their lead, nearly double their opponents here.
Yep.
But that will be
I
brought
jinxed
back
him.
just a bit with 2 kills for the side of TSM. It's now 13-9.
It's always important to keep into context where these leads are coming from, right? You just saw Optic get the first snipe. 12-6 feels amazing, feels impressive, but then when that snipe ammo just starts to disappear and you find yourself with just a bandit in hand, that's when the gap can close again and we start to build towards that next cycle of power weapons. Speaking of which, Rockets are going to be up next in around 20 seconds or so in this game.
A lot of the key for success for Optic Gaming is
I still
making
don't
sure
like that they
the
show when
footwork
rockets
and
are
the
coming up.
distribution of the load is spread evenly across the team.
Just-
In these last
just
few
me.
events, it's been
Ooh,
about
that's a sick
Renegade.
jump.
Renegade popping off and putting up numbers that have been his career best. But on the
Why would
side
you
of
go
Optic
back
Gaming,
in?
It needs to be big numbers across the board. Unsurprisingly, though, it is Renegade leading the team yet again at
Oh.
6-3.
So TSM have just brought this back a little bit here. Interesting to see where this Rockets will fall. Sniper Rifle also coming up in 20 seconds. TSM making an early push towards that snipe side of the map.
That was a wasted evade.
Beautiful kill and finds
I
a
didn't
second
like
one
that.
in the middle as well.
Ooh.
Renegade will find those Rockets, fires
Oh.
one and will only pick up 1 kill. As Bound tries to control this snipe side, this is such a pivotal moment. It feels like not just in the
Nice
game,
job.
but maybe in the series already with this S7 popping up.
This is getting nervy, and anyone who's played enough competitive Halo knows what I mean. When this game is within 5, it feels like TSM has stayed close, and TSM's one of the best teams that if they keep a
Oh,
Slayer
Formal's got
close,
sniped.
they generally have big success in the game type. Let's also not forget their late kind of Slayer records as well. If we look at their close Slayer records within 5 kills, they're 6
He doesn't know
and
that
3,
guy
whereas
still.
Optic is 6 and
maybe he
15.
left.
If this thing stays close, this could be
Nice.
trouble. But Formal now heating up with the sniper rifle as they now lead by 7.
Oh!
Souls collected here by Formal. Beautiful falling shot from Formal to find the headshot. Taulic might be next to Pix. No lessons this time around though. Manny comes in and manages to pick up a double kill. So even though one impressive shot is hit there by Formal, TSM overwhelmed the snipe side and TSM have Optic 3 dead. 5 kills the difference between the two teams, but with 3 bullets left in this sniper rifle, Manny has the chance to pull that even closer.
We know, if we know anything about this game type and these two teams, this thing is far from over. Might still be a 5-kill game, but as I said, TSM has done very well to keep this
25
game
to
as
30.
close.
Optic still up.
We should check in though, Baum with a recent spree.
Nice,
Now
Formal.
9 and 7. Formal
How's
also
that?
9 kills on the board, so big stretches from both Formal and Baum over these last few minutes of play.
Really big push this
they're-
from Optic Gaming.
they're
Two
diversifying
TSM
now.
numbers falling on the side of Optic Gaming. If they can keep those numbers and fight the remaining members of TSM, this is where you're going to see that lead just start to widen. The gap starts to really feel like it could be getting away from you for TSM in these kind of situations. And Optic
Ooh.
are keeping their foot on the gas here. Good damage from Formal. Legend's going to move in to clean that up. But TSM got to be very careful here, and you can see that Optic are just starting to flow as TSM will find themselves 3 dead.
Oh man, might even be staggered 4 dead as well. Just really good damage, as you say, and everything that we just saw from Formal, he goes front diving board, front base, just picks off a lot of damage, goes Fountain, gets more damage, stays alive, front base, finally taken down, but not before they're up by 9 here. Really nice stretch from Formal and all of Optic Gaming.
Power weapons are coming up. It's a great run from Optic, but this is the chance for TSM now to swing the pendulum back in their favor. First pick goes to TSM. Nades are being used up by the respawn in Optic Gaming. Can SoulSnipe put these to use? A lot of pressure on his shoulders right now to connect with not just one, but any would have been good.
What
as
was he
Formal
doing
finds a
there?
double.
The ghost of Chris Puckett awoken somewhere deep within Origin as that rocket goes straight into the cliffside and does not connect. And really, it could have been such a difference maker. Look at this game now. It could have been a 5-kill game. Instead, it's still a 7-kill lead for Optic.
Bound finds one as well. Bound having a really good game here, by the way. 13 and 9, a little bit of a shaky game one. For a man who's certainly been under the microscope after the last performance back in Charlotte for Optic Gaming, but here certainly performing like we would expect. Renegade moving into bottom middle now, tries to clean up this damage on Manny, trying to be a nuisance, Manny, but even though the trades are coming in here for TSM, the trades aren't really good enough at this point. TSM need to go on a run, and with Bound continuing to pick up kills, and that sniper rifle coming up. TSM need to get this at 7, otherwise this could be game Optic in a tight series.
Ooh, Optic also registers both kills 45 and 46. It felt like it was still within reason for TSM, but now with Legend and the sniper and the game in his hands, this might be the last few kills of the game.
Looking across the stats for Optic, not really anything to be disappointed about.
Oh,
Very rare.
Oh.
3 missed shots there from Legend, however, puts Optic 3 dead. Even though they only need 2, Bound is last
This is a
alive.
very
has
close
to
series.
Just slow the pace down a second.
As you say, should be just a moment of patience here from Bound to just get the damage he needs on the map, and the team will collapse. And right now, here comes the snipe side push, 49.
Trades are good.
wow.
Gets the 50,
That was a good push at the end.
We'll rewrite the record books a little bit here on Origin. They win game number 2 of the series. And now find themselves tied up 1-1. And it just felt like things started to click in that mid-game for Optic. The bait and switch and the finishing each other's kills with no over-committing for kills. And Optic Slayer woes put on the back burner for now as they tie it up by taking Slayer Origin.
And let's not forget, as you say, really writing the direction of this series there in more ways than one, not just in the series score, but as we said, that's a game type with TSM with a season-winning record and Optic Gaming neutral, so that will now flip positive for them, Slayer Origin. But much more importantly, it will tie the series at 1-1, and it also kind of ensures that Optic Gaming is focusing. As we said, that game was winning 6 in the late game, and statistically, TSM would come back and win those Slayers, especially over Optic Gaming. As we said, a terrible close game, a close Slayer record, games within 5 kills. So instead, Optic Gaming, they take a moment to breathe, regain their composure. They tie the series 1-1. And you know what? I had a feeling we'd be going the distance with this one. I think a lot of people did. And how fitting now, tied up going into game number 3.
A great response from Optic leaves us here, 1-1. As we
Benji,
head
no.
now into a game type where Optic Gaming will feel extremely confident, and even the most pessimistic of Optic Gaming fans should feel extremely
1-1.
confident as well. When you're looking
Series
at a
is
game
tied.
type, when you're looking at a map mode, this is one of the most impressive records in the entirety of the Halo Championship Series. This season, Optic have dominated when it comes to live fire oddball.
9-0 in the game type, undefeated on the entire year. And if you're an Optic Gaming fan or an Optic Gaming player, you're probably pretty happy to see this game neatly seated in game number 3 of that series layout.
Yeah, I want Optic to take the whole thing. I think Formal deserves it.
A game type that should be in their favor.
He looks friggin'
Conclusion of these 2 rounds.
in
I mean, if you
the
compare it to
zone,
the
dude.
record of TSM as well. It's not just how great Optic are.
Dude, he looks.
It's how worrying it is for
The one
TSM
thing that I
0-3
miss
in this game type so far this
is
season. So
like
you add all of that,
the listen
weird
ins.
part of me that's thinking, well, I mean, maybe this is an opportunity and you just see something crazy because it's the Halo World Championships, but every single bit of data that we have here would suggest that Optic should, and I'll say should, be 2-1 up come the end of this live fire off.
Tells you just how important that Slayer was as well. For Optic to take
Makes
it,
me miss
to ensure that
old
they don't
Halo,
have their
man.
backs against the wall, that instead they're tied 1-1 going into such a favorable game type, as you say, for them historically. Take a look at some of the stats here for Optic Gaming. Hot hands, oddball dominance all year long.
I mean, just look at the right side.
Oddball dominance.
You look at the
Jeez.
rankings first.
All right, so it's gonna be 2-1. They're gonna win this.
21
If that's the case,
map win streak. Last
he
time
deserves a
they
good
lost
diet
this game
plan.
type was to Nemesis
Yeah,
on April 18th,
I
probably.
don't know what year that was either, that's the thing.
1999. Unbelievable from this team, and especially when you think about the struggles that Optic Gaming, the trials, the
We got
tribulations
30
that
minutes.
Optic Gaming has had all year long. Otherwise, it's
30
pretty remarkable that
minutes.
these 4 players have been so dominant in oddball in a way that teams really, you think back to Quadrant and Stronghold, right? There's not many other examples within Halo Infinite or even
Guys, an
competitive
Optic
Halo
chain.
history where a single team has been so dominant on a game type, but not necessarily taking every championship. See what they can do here in game number 3.
And isn't it a great indication of the hot and cold of Optic Gaming
Yes.
so far this season? Because you look at oddball as a game type, and we'll talk about oddball as a game type as commentators, analysts, and it's the game type which you need to get the most right as a team. It is
So many variables.
constantly a thought process, winning individual fights, timing power-ups, moving that oddball, collecting ball time, having less guns up at times on the map because you are gathering that objective time, having to think about rotates. Well, everything that you need to be a good Halo player, a good Halo team, is so involved in this game type, and the dynamic nature of it, the fact that it isn't going to be a consistent spawn in one place. You're going to have to think about where you are spawning your opponents. Are you trying to split? So all of these kind of things come in. So to have that kind of record is like frustrating, I imagine, for Optic, because they're like, well, this is the game type which most goes into, and we're brilliant at it. So where are the gaps in other game types? It's such an interesting kind of, I guess, a little bit of dynamic for them to think about, yeah.
It really is, and you know what's interesting too is take a look at the series layout so far. By the way, if you're just joining us here for day 1 of the Halo World Championship, whether you're in the room with us or
I miss
joining
playing Halo
from
2,
around
man.
the world, fantastic to have you with us.
This is it right here. We're gonna see the future of Halo.
Of competitive Halo, and we are starting off here with a special edition banger rematch. It's Optic Gaming and TSM, and if you didn't catch it earlier this year, TSM did take down Optic Gaming in pool play. So this is one that Optic Gaming would not have taken lightly. We're perfectly tied 1-1 going into game number 3, but back to that game type, Mark. Another thing, if you just showed me those stats alone and hadn't showed me the stats from the rest of the year, and you said, hey, Optic Gaming leads in all these categories, they haven't lost this game type since April, and it's oddball. Anyone, as you were alluding to, would speculate that they are the best team in the league, right? It's very unlikely that a team that is doing all of these things so well, all of the variables, all the demands of professional Halo positions, rotations, timing, map awareness, everything, and of course the kills and the limbs that come along with it. It is a fascinating statistic. And we'll have to see if they're able to not only take the momentum from this game type.
I think the saddest part for me is not knowing some of these
Can they go
players.
10-0? Can they keep the record
Manny,
perfect to rank
Tulik,
this game
Druk,
type?
Soul Snipe
Maybe
sounds
for a little bit
familiar.
later in the tournament,
Legend,
should
I'm not really
retain
familiar with
a
him.
series that really will determine the fate of Optic Gaming. For TSM, though, it feels like a free roll of the dice here. When your record's terrible and your opponent's is brilliant, well, you got to lose. You've got to fly at them. You've got to see if you could really pull off an upset here. If there's any team in the venue that you would associate the word upset with, it's probably this TSM roster. We're heading into live fight oddball here. You haven't seen oddball before. You're going to win a couple of rounds of it before you can call the game your own. got the feeling we're going to see some big plays in this one, Andy.
I think so too. All eyes on this entire Optic Gaming roster. As we said, how do they distribute the work across this team? And we're underway here in game number 3, tied up 1-1 with TSM and Optic Gaming.
Starting off with Formal, who certainly introduced himself to everybody in the Halo Championship Series from this very position in a World Championship final with a Killtacular in a Slayer game type not so long ago. But Formal now, it's the start of a new chapter in his story, and maybe the final chapter as well. But now Optic Gaming just slowing things down. It's been a very cautious start, actually, just by both teams. Finally, TSM find a couple of kills.
Wow, that
Optic
nade was
two dead.
perfectly timed.
Formal
Oh, he had
turned
the.
his attention to just denying this camo
Ooh,
pickup
he had the
TSM.
translocator.
Drop QT's away to avoid that.
Ooh.
Baits and switches on a really nice job on cuts. That's going to force Formal all the way back bottom middle. That should be a clean camo grab for the side of TSM.
How frustrating that
No,
Optic
they're not going for it.
Optic keep touching that orbal, keeping it in their possession. They're like, okay, you still got to go for the camo, but
Ooh,
just remember
nice.
it's an orbal game type. Just remember you're still going to come and get this thing.
Oh!
Drop.
Oh!
It's been a really good
Oh, we got the snipe! Oh, if he got that.
He connect this time around, and the repulse will not connect enough
That was nutty.
for him to value his life here. Solstime's going to fly out. Legend here, narrowly misses that headshot, hits the body, but Legend will take him down.
As you said, really interesting slow start. Only 5 points on the board so far, but a few things to highlight off that opening rush. That should have been a clean TSM camo grab, but as you said, Optic had really good pressure from cuts as well as dummies to not just prevent that camo, but
Wow,
even grab
that guy
over,
got
and
his
as a
ass
result,
saved.
It's just a small Optic Gaming lead here. Very cautious start from both teams, and you can tell how much is on the line in this pool play series without a doubt.
Two different Optic ball will be played by Bound off the back of green, so a reset on the map for the objective. Rock has to weigh out a couple of grenades. Oh, he did not
Oh, he
connect on
screwed
that
up.
one, and that's
Screwed
gonna
up big
cost
time right there.
a little bit of a rush beat down, a little bit of a panic situation there for Drop. And that'll leave TSM momentarily 3 dead. That'll be 4 dead. Excuse me. Torlik, who picks up that kill. Legend should have a very comfortable time here. As TSM are fighting off the respawn as he just grabs more objective time. 26 points and rising already on the board here for Optic.
And how good is Optic with the transitional holds? We talked a lot about them these past few tournaments. You're always going to see them grabbing this ball on this map and holding right around camo cuts in between dummy door and key door. Beautiful transitional setup, which depending on the pressure on the map, allows them to really get away with any rotation they want.
That's a
Great
good
trade.
trade.
From Formal. That will allow them once
a great
again
trade.
to now move that transitional hold. Likely back to
Benji,
scoreboard.
stop, hon.
I was going to say, look how quickly Renegade's on the spawn as well. He's already gone behind Manny, who's first respawner.
Rotate.
Perfect sim.
Optic's got camo.
Like you say, rotated to where that kill's happened.
And it's
So,
40-0.
Optic Gaming, brilliant at the moment.
Wow.
You're seeing how good they can be. And with Bound picking up this next camo as well, this is going to be a tough
Oh my
job
god,
for
he's just
TSM.
playing with him.
How obnoxious is this Bound? Just look.
Oh my.
You can't find him, you can't see him. He is picking apart TSM.
Oh.
Even though he gets
Oh!
repulsed here.
Oh!
With murder in the end, he does not trade. 2v2 on the map, but still an uncontested 52-point lead for Optic Gaming. It has been very slow, very methodical, and fantastic game control from Optic.
Put a couple of these missed beatdowns. That's just transitioning back to
Got
land, I
sniped.
should say. Not going to get that online super lunge that we do sometimes see. But over 60 points already on the board with Legend finding the next sniper rifle. TSM have really been down when it comes to not just objective time, but also
Oh, if he got
you're
that.
looking at power-ups and weaponry as well. It really has been controlled superbly here by Optic Gaming. Finally, Torlik's going to get one, but he's going to have to hit some big shots there.
No play ball, and Renegade somehow, despite 3 separate and now going to be a 4th player, pushing. Renegade finally plays the ball. Renegade gets an extra 25 seconds or so and is still alive. Unbelievable play from Renegade here. Oh!
Still alive.
What just happened?
Gets
I
that
missed
time,
it.
takes the kill, picks the second
You
one
just
up.
no-scoped him?
And it takes 2 players from TSM to finally flush him out. And in the meantime, Optic just rotate away again.
As we said, there were 3 separate players and then a 4th staggered push that came in. Look at the score.
How did they...
86-0. And you are seeing what we talked about in the stat line. Perfect play from Optic Gaming.
How are they pulling this off?
TSM had to up the pace there, otherwise we've been in the round going over to Optic Gaming. They do increase that pace. They do pick up a couple of kills, but they haven't even got their hands on the oddball as yet. TSM have not got near enough to the oddball to pick it up. Think about that for a second. This round has been completely dominated by Optic Gaming.
Optic showing us and reminding us what they are capable of for Danny
my
yet
God.
again for TSM. This very likely could be the final hold unless Drunk is able to hit some god nades bottom mid. We are seeing what Optic Gaming is capable of when they are firing on all cylinders. 10 points to go in round 1.
Formal might be able to win it here, or should be able to win it here, because Bound and Renegade have just found a couple of kills. They're going to come and support their teammate. Get nice and cozy with Formal, as Formal looks to just add an extra kill as the points tick in the favor of Optic Gaming. It is a dominant.
Optic dominated that round.
Number one. Optic Gaming
Hard.
up by 1.
As you say, perfect play from Optic Gaming. There's a reason they have the record they have in this game type. There's a reason they're undefeated in live fire oddball, and they were just reminding us how talented they are in this game type. Let's not forget, this has been a close series until that round.
And Optic Gaming are allowed to pick up the sniper rifle once again. 3 dead for TSM. Legend is going hunting. Camo coming up as well. Look at the split.
How much time do we have? 20 minutes.
They'll move that oddball back off the kills. And Legend gets a lot of information, but does take a lot of damage as well, as the grenades will break the shields and also tickle the health. But Legend stays alive long enough to put this S7 back into his hands and have the potential to line up some shots. Can't quite connect here. Good pressure from TSM.
Ooh, man, look at how much of a distraction
I'll
he
stay
was.
alive, you kill everything.
Yep, he just stays alive, right? Avoids those nades, avoids those shots, retreats to back green, even pokes once more, brings out more players, and that just tees them
Dude,
all
they have
up for
snipe.
Optic Gaming to take them down. They will continue scoring here, and Optic Gaming, what a performance once
The other-
again
no.
of the opening rush of round number
We got
2.
snipe and ball. Oh!
Oh boy.
If you saw Torlik for a second, Legend saw him even longer.
Oh my!
4 dead for TSM. 20
God.
points on the board already, but that's going to turn into at least 35 or so by the time that TSM even get back on the map here. 11 and 6 for the Frenchman at the moment. 46 seconds of objective time. He really is one of the most well-rounded players you could ever ask for.
Oh!
Legend! Surgical precision from the Frenchman. 3 dead yet again. Optic leading by 40.
This guy's playing
And you get the
a
feeling
lot of high
on
sense.
TSM.
Oh my!
No!
He bounced!
Torlik in the back. And for a second there,
Holy shit, dude.
Legend was on the precipice of one of the greatest plays that we've seen at
In the
Halo
game.
Championship.
In the game, unbelievable.
That was insane.
What I was trying to say, if Legend would have stopped hitting those pesky headshots, it feels like on the side of TSM, they're kind of thinking we probably should have won that game too slightly.
TSM have got 5 points.
They touched the ball.
It's a
Ooh.
very important process that you have to go through to get back into this game. Optic Gaming find themselves 2 dead, and TSM will grab a little bit more ball time, but now
Wow.
flies through, takes down the ball carrier, closest to that.
I feel like there was
objective,
less
so
trades in
they'll be able
Halo
to get
3
scrappy
because
here.
the
Optic Gaming
lunges weren't as,
keep getting up on the map.
like, I don't know. If they were less
It's out in the
strong,
open, Renegade finds a
it feels
kill.
like they trade a lot with
No, they find
melees.
kills for themselves, both with sticky grenades.
What happens to Camo here? Legend last player alive. He's going to need to get some key damage and stay alive to make sure Optic can make a play here. And Legend, as the last player alive, simply goes C-plat and allows the way for Formal to pick up the Camo as the individual player there. Huge, huge play. And once again, showing big gaps in TSM
Yeah,
setup.
Legend's job there, he recognized, was just keep pressure. Keep
Yeah.
TSM where they are. Don't have to die, don't have to kill. Just keep them back there. Allow TSM no space whatsoever to move up the map. And allow Formal to grab this camo. Now, the attention has to be turned back to Formal on what he does with this. Because TSM, for the fact that they got absolutely bopped in game number 1, are fighting back here in round number 2. And they have now gone into a lead. So it's a momentary, slender lead. But for what has looked like a very, very rough few moments and few minutes for TSM, they are showing some good resilience here.
A little bit of camo left for Formal as well. Finally, it will dissipate, but Sniper's still in hand and quite a lot of shots at his disposal.
Formal with snipe on
Gaming
P3.
will go back into the lead, see if they
Tower
can extend
3.
even further here off of big damage and kills from Formal.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Drug finds the first pick though. Renegade, by the way, in this game, 19 and 10 with most ball time for Optic Gaming.
He's throwing that snipe off.
Once again, doing everything that he can. Not sure if that sniper stayed on or if it just trickled off the edge of the map.
Unless it was caught. There was an angle with that Sniper play. It was
Oh.
caught. It was caught. It was caught.
No way.
Yep, Manny found it.
I was a bit. You could tell by the trajectory in Formal's death cam that snipe didn't get the full toss they wanted, and it could have been grabbed. Manny actually grabs it and maybe keeps TSM in the game.
Yeah, this is now
Oh!
be put to work here by Manny, and he finds 2 kills with that S7. Optic Gaming 3 dead. The lead still in Optic's favor in the last 20 seconds or so. They have held that oddball. But Jordan's going to get the chance to grab that sniper. Recycle it back to the side of TSM here, and now Optic have to run through the gauntlet. And they've got a sniper
Ooh,
rifle
he's
looking at
fucking
it.
up.
And QT as well. Formal going to challenge that.
Oh!
Does one better. Double QT back to get the
That
kill.
was sick.
Legend going to challenge him. Both players no shields. Struck needs to stay alive here. Wait for the help to come in from a teammate. Legend still no shields. Bound were taken down. Finally, Legend will fall as well, and Optic Gaming will momentarily.
TSM might take this.
Coming up as well as TSM go back into a lead. They will not die here, TSM. They are fighting tooth and nail for every point here.
What a different round it's been here as they'll get another kill. Still in the lead. Good damage. Camo, though, is going to be big here at the 70-point mark. 3 dead. Soul Snipe is your last player alive. It should be a free Optic Camo as well. But the pressure now coming in from Talik. Legend once again in the right place. Picture perfect from Legend. Yes, he will get be taken down. No trade. However, much more importantly, he paves the way for an Optic Gaming camo grab, and they go into the lead yet again.
This is what we talk about when stats don't show everything. Renegade gets a free camo because Legend goes 0-1 in his fight, but he knew how important it was to just delay the push once again from TSM. And now with Optic Gaming back into the lead, Renegade
think they're
going
gonna
to
take this.
Hands, Optic might be closing in on a Game 3 victory.
Can't see him. Killing spree, 93 points on the board, moments away here for Optic Gaming.
So it's like to go down, but no, he wins the individual fight. He keeps TSM with a chance.
Oh, they played it. Optics
of
got
turning
this.
this round into their favor. Optic Gaming, 2 is still in the death screen, but have managed to spawn in time to get an LOS on that upper ring spawn. Soulside finds the next sniper, can't connect with it.
Shit.
And now Bound has taken away a huge, huge swing opportunity by taking that sniper out their hands.
3 dead here. Last player alive, bottom middle. Doesn't even need to grab it. Legend.
Wow.
We'll get the final points on the board. It's calm.
Great job.
It is cool. It is composed.
I gotta go
from
pee. I'll
Optic
be right back.
as they will take game number 3 as expected, but a little bit of late round 2 resilience from TSM made the game type a little more interesting, but let's be honest, it was all Optic Gaming all the way. They are now 10-0 on live fire oddball. Dominance from them, and they will now take the series lead off of back-to-back wins.
No better feeling as a team to have a record at the end of a season that finishes with 0 losses. That's where Optic Gaming find themselves right now on live fire oddball. 10-0, perfect across the season. And a game type that they certainly can rely on. We'll take a look at some of the stats from that game. I mentioned Renegade. Well, he's doing it again here, Andy. 26 and 13 for Renegade.
Just shy of 7k damage from Renegade. It feels like when Optic Gaming is winning tournaments, Renegade is in Renegade mode indeed. And with what will be the last Halo World Championship for Halo Infinite, you feel like he's going to make sure that's the case here as well. Take a look at the damage here from all of Optic Gaming. 3 players on 6k. As we said, Renegade just shy of 7k.
Yeah, only 1 player from TSM breaking 6k. Tells you a lot about where the damage was being done, who was on the back foot, and who was really just completely and utterly in control of that game type. These are some of the highlights from it here. A few whiff beatdowns early on. But things started to click here. This play from Bound, by the way, so well calculated. And this one from Renegade, this is the one you look back on in like in a VOD review from TSM. It's like, we made a mistake there. We made a mistake. Can't let Renegade do this.
Exactly. And really, you can't let Optic Gaming get away with what they were doing. This, by the way, was almost the craziest triple.
If he would have got the bounce snipe.
Almost. Important here from Formal as well. Big stretch from him. This is a pivotal moment. Soul Snipe, last player alive, paves the way for a camo grab. Also, I love Bound did not. That's a lot that Bound, the decisions that Bound had to make at the end of the game. He could have probably gotten away with an attempted ball grab throwing back to Rat Tunnel, which wouldn't have been a terrible play, but instead Bound goes cuts and just gets help. He gets help at camo, help at dummies. They get their kills one by one, and they very calmly and cleanly win the game.
Hello.
Optic Gaming in the lead for the first time in the series. Off of back-to-back wins, they are now 1 game away from closing out the series.
We look at map records, we look at Neutral Bomb Aquarius. Much more comfortable for Optic Gaming once again. Their assault record, pretty damn good here on Aquarius. 6-1 across the season. Not perfect, but pretty close to it. When you look at the other side as well, for TSM, it's a 2-2 record, and for these, you're looking at reasons that contribute towards the success of Optic Gaming. The Bomb Buddies.
You've heard of the Bash Brothers. These are the Bomb Buddies. Amazing stats from both of them here on Neutral Bomb. 1.24 from Bound, but a 1.42 even from Renegade. Look at the damage differential per minute.
I mean, if you want help doing it, I'll gladly help you.
Anyone who's coming near them. Minute after minute of gameplay, and as you said, that adds up in a big way on the scoreboard. 6-1 on Aqua Assault. So if we are to believe the statistics, which so far have not
Look at
led us
that.
astray
He already made one.
in this series in terms of historical records,
Still in the
the way
process
each
of
game type looked like it would go. Optic Gaming with the edge statistically. The question is, does TSM have one more surprise in store in this series? Can they stay alive and force
Well, it all
in-game
kind of
number
depends on
5?
what exactly
they
you want to
do,
use it for,
We'll get to that.
how you
We'll
want to
get
set it
to
up.
that.
Well, let me tell you, we've got some things to tell you if we go game 5. For now, it's game 4, which does favour Optic Gaming, and this would be the great start to the tournament that they were hoping for. We knew that this matchup was going to be tough for Optic. But coming out of it with a 3-1, I think if you offered that at the start of the day, Optic would have said, yeah, we'll take that.
You go back to Formal's interview just days ago with Hex, and you heard him say, we know the last few tournaments have been disappointing. We've been disappointed. But all we have to say is just watch this team at Worlds. We will do you proud. They lead in the series here. And as you say, with Renegade with Camo and Bomb Control, they are poised to start this tournament off right. And unlike the rest of their year largely, maybe exit pool play in a good spot. They're already in their opponent's base here.
3 dead for TSM. Bomb already in the util. Renegade still going a little bit crazy with the camo. Snipe. Excuse me, Soul Snipe is going to be taken down. And the camo is still here. Remember, this camo lasts forever now. So you can play this nice and slow if you Renegade.
And as you say, Optic Gaming taking advantage of that camo timing change and making sure to
gotta be a
once
fun.
again, piece by piece, putting them together.
This is going to be it. No one is in position for TSM2. Still with the death screen. It is a perfect opening rush. And an early bomb plant here for Optic Gaming. They're already up by 1, and Renegade still had camo when he was planting that.
It's 5-0, killing spree to start the game, and it feels like somehow Optic Gaming kind of took the back door. If you go in Live Fire and you take the back door out of house, it actually goes right into Aquarius, and they just kept playing the same exact game on a different
happening?
map. They are dominant here.
they're dominating.
What a start for Optic Gaming.
They are
Ringo still
dominating.
Renegade will finally take his first death as Optic Gaming will fall 3 dead. A little bit of space now, at least for TSM, to move up the map. But as I say that, Torlix actually got to wrap back to his base because Legend has still been an absolute nuisance in the back of his. Still alive. Finally gets taken down, but still gets the beat down. Just that force Torlix to reconsider his next decision, which is the right one. Turns a single kill into a double kill.
So let's not forget, Optic Gaming, yes, taking that first hill in game number 1, right? TSM did find a way in that objective game type to bounce back in the game. Not only that, and then also win the game. TSM maybe
I didn't realize
just
this
a
was
little bit of
assault.
footing here, slowing the game down, and we'll see. They've got a lot of time. Let's not forget, this is honestly a war of attrition many times in King of the Hill Aqua.
A war of
Games ending sometimes 1-0 or 2-1.
Camo coming up right now as well. So both teams will be positioning themselves top middle to try and fight for this. Legend's going to slide forward, try and maybe get the burn. And he's going to do exactly that. So Legend, again, talking about the same kind of play, the selfless play, the one that doesn't show up in the final stats. He burns the camo, he keeps it out of the hands of TSM, and he lets everyone else have a nice time on the map.
Really impressed with what I've seen from Legend so far this series, without a doubt. He's also double positive alongside Renegade.
Double
Who's also
positive.
double positive to start the game off.
Oh yeah,
Back
yeah.
on board with Formal here. Seeing the damage that he can deal as they push back towards their own base.
That the human UAV can really rekindle some of that magic here. And what could be the final run in Formal's career. Damage coming into drop multiple players. You look at that life, been damaged or finished by Formal. It's about as good as you can get from that position. And bound now, behind enemy lines. Inside the TSM base, alongside a teammate.
They were 2 dead. Instead, slow playing this. And really, it's going to be about where can they get damage across the map for their spawners. A little bit split now.
I was never really a huge
Kept
fan of this
alive in
map.
the fridge, as you say.
TSM are, I think, a little bit shocked about where Optic Gaming are positioning themselves. It's a
Maybe
big
it's
fight
better
for
on-
Legend to win, but win it he does. TSM 3 dead, but Optic Gaming 4 dead.
Wow.
For a second there, it was a 1v1 for the bomb, but Druck clutches up.
Unbelievable from Druck there. Had to get the kill, as you said, in that 1v1. And Legend maybe didn't exactly know where the sight line was going to be, but Druck keeps the team alive. You get the feeling that if they go down 2-0 here, that could be all she wrote for this series. But Druck with a very important 1v1 kill.
Oh boy, Renegade. He just found a double. And Optic have kept that bomb alive. They've kept it on the TSM side of the map. And now TSM coming off the respawn. It's only Soul
He's got
Snipe
it.
and some grenades that can stop this.
job.
Nothing is going to stop Optic Gaming getting that arm once once again. And now Optic double their lead. They're up 2-0, and they're looking damn good at it as well.
And what did we say? There are certain maps and game types, Aqua Bomb being one of them, where Optic Gaming looks unstoppable. 4 dead for both sides for just a moment. Druck's your first player up. But how about the fact that Druck had just cleared the base and it was 4 dead? And Optic Gaming, they do not need an invitation. They fly right back at the base. They apply pressure perfectly, and they arm right away. Now just 1 arm away from closing out the series.
Make it a statement. Make it a statement to everybody who may have said, pool play's been a problem.
Yeah, Optic's running away with it now.
Result against the team who are seated next to you in the pool is going to be the perfect way to remedy what maybe some
They
of
got
the
some
woes
confidence
and the worries of the season so far for them.
From that
Renegade gets the trade in that situation.
Live fire.
Camo going over to Optic Gaming.
oddball, and they're running away with it now.
TSM get that burn. TSM needs to start winning some of these fights because you're looking at statistics at the moment. Only Formal on the Optic side is negative. Everyone else is big positive, and Formal's only -1 at the moment.
Gotta say as well, that second bomb cushion changes the way that this game type will be played enormously. Optic Gaming now with that cushion can really afford to push up, take their chances, make sure that they're just
He's being really aggressive
whenever
right
they
here.
want. They can take their time. They don't have
This is
to worry
good.
about maybe a sneaky arm changing the direction.
I like
of
this Legend
game.
player.
That 2-bomb cushion really is an enormous advantage here for Optic Gaming.
Now look how obnoxious they're being as well. Obviously they're looking for this 3rd bomb if the opportunity presents itself, but knowing that bomb is down on your bridge for TSM, you can't go forward. You have to turn your heads around or free spawn. Wherever you are on the map, you have to make sure that objective is not going to be moved by Optic Gaming, is not going to challenge that arming position in your base, because if it does, then that's game and series done. Optic Gaming 3 dead though, as TSM will finally get that bomb at least 50% of the way up the map, but Formal just shuts it down immediately.
Yep, Formal just goes forward as well. He just picks up the bomb, starts to advance it, and right away back in his opponent's util. Mark, I think you put it best. They are playing obnoxious right now.
Good job.
And that's how they're going to keep playing if they need to for the next 6 minutes, and just continue controlling the map and their opponent's util.
Bomb's still down there. Optic have 15 seconds to play around.
Touch.
Little touch from
Why
Legend.
not?
Moves it around, bakes some grenades out. Little threat seeker goes out as well, so TSM now on the scan. So everyone who has to move towards this bomb, which TSM have to. Now they've got the wall hacks to show them exactly where they're going.
So well done here from Legend. As we said, a lot of plays from him that will not necessarily appear on the stats card at the end of the game. Might have to worry about a back whack here. Cheeky little hiding spot there from Soul Snipe in the util. Finally will clear out Legend out of his base, and the bomb will reset. And with that, another minute ticks by. And just 5 minutes left on the clock. Optic Gaming still leading 2-0.
I think if you've got to look at a bomb reset as a win for a team, probably gives you a good indication of the momentum of this game. It has been all Optic Gaming. Legend starting to hit perfects as well onto Soul Snipe, keeping the numbers in their advantage. Manny taken down. Renegade with another kill to his name. He's currently 16-8.
Damn.
Renegade stats. At this point, I'm not surprised when I see him double positive. It's just ridiculous when he hits this level.
It has been. It's a different level for Renegade. He was already one of the best players to ever play the game before this late season rally that he's been putting on. But as you say, it's expected now that he will be double positive, and it's becoming less of a surprise and more of a, as you say, an expectation. He's been phenomenal, and he's 16-8 once again.
Imagine with this camo, it's been completely controlled by Optic Gaming. The best that TSM have managed to do is get a burn. And again, it's all it looks left, looks right. But doesn't spot out a camoed Legend who wins that individual as well. The bomb's still down inside of the TSM util here. This is just so frustrating for TSM. They have to force their way into these chokes every single time just to force that bomb away.
How about the bomb and kill heat map from this game? It is a cluster of dark red in TSM's util, and that's the entire game has been played here. As we said,
Dude, we got like 10 minutes, dude. Or less.
Just strategy as well from Optic Gaming, the way they've played this. And as I said, when you take this play style and this strategy and apply a 2-bomb cushion, it becomes relentless and ruthless. TSM has been unable to fight out of it, and just like that, only 3:30 left on the clock.
I mean, you think about it from the side of TSM, right? You think about it from the side of the Optic Gaming roster here. When that bomb's down in the util, how easy is it to trade? Like, you don't have to do anything crazy. Everyone from TSM has to flood in. If you avoid the initial nades that come in from TSM by positioning yourself correctly, you're gonna guarantee a trade. Like, you should be able to guarantee a trade if you're good enough. Like these Optic Gaming members are. That means the bomb is just gonna be, just touch it once, get a trade, touch it once, get a trade, trade. that means you win the game. TSM cannot progress up the map.
It becomes this quasi almost single stronghold moment, right? Where you play it the way you play stronghold, where all you want to do when you're leading is trade within the stronghold. It's exactly like you say, a double kill though from Solstheim, maybe a triple not gonna happen in the trade. Legend is your last player alive, and Tolic desperately trying to find him on the shroom stairs, and finally he'll be taken down, but not before spawners are here.
Now there is an opportunity here, a small one, a slender one for TSM. They picked up a couple of kills, they got that bomb moving. But I think the timing just a little bit off, but a bit of good luck here for Tolic. Having the beatdowns go in his favor. Allows the rest of his teammates to move in. Formal though, couple of shots into the players progressing up those shroom stairs. Solstheim will find one. And Optic just got to be careful here, because you're looking at the game clock. Even though the game has been completely Optics, there's still time. Formal gets the camo, but he goes down. That was a staggered 4 dead, and the bomb is arming for TSM.
They're arming. They got it.
It's 2-1, and just like that, TSM have halved the deficit and will win within 1 arm of tying this game up.
As soon as you said that, it felt like even though Optic Gaming dominated the way they have for the past 9 minutes of play, all it takes is a single push from TSM, and we just saw that last play as very clear evidence of that.
Imagine.
Now it would require
They come back from this?
a Hail Mary
No way.
piece of composed gameplay from TSM, but they've got 1 minute and 55 to get another arm on the board.
Wow.
All of Optic trapped down low on the map at the moment. TSM certainly fighting for better positions, but Formal.
They do such a good job of
Clean
cleaning
some
up the
damage that
one-shots.
came into Renegade, who found his own kill in the meantime. Formal now looking for a trade down bottom car, but Rocky come out better on that one. But where is that bomb? That's the most important thing here. And there it is, and Optic have again moved it into an obnoxious position for TSM to have to challenge. This time, it's not the U2, it's the fridge side of the map.
Yeah, this time they've changed things up just a bit. Rotated around to the fridge to see if they can flush out Renegade. That's the first job. Kills will be traded though, so Solstheim's in a little bit of trouble and will not be in position to move the bomb. Right now it's a 2v1.
Round's gonna fly in as well. He's got the thrust again, and trade will be perfect. Even better,
Nice
get
job.
the kill, stay alive. He'll get a little touch on this bomb in 1 second. No, the nade comes in, so the bomb will reset. Down bottom middle with just over 60 seconds left in this game. Optic are 2 dead, and TSM can get up the map.
Legend, come on. Yeah.
Oh my, Legend gets away with a trade. He had no, excuse me, a kill he had no business getting. Should have been a trade. And that is devastating here. 2 dead for the side of TSM, and Legend
nasty.
staying alive in their util yet again could pave the way for an Optic Gaming closure of the series here. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, a little bit of a scary moment for Optic Gaming. Tolic was the last alive, and he was taken down the last 10-15 seconds. So TSM are all stuck on the respawn at the moment. Camo's coming up in 25 seconds. Essentially, we're in a situation now where TSM have to be perfect. You start off by picking up kills, and TSM have just picked up 3 of them. Legend is last alive. Camo is coming up.
Here he goes.
Bomb is moving towards the Optic
No
base.
way.
And
No
TSM, who
frickin'
needed
way.
to be perfect, now have to just deal with Renegade.
Oh!
TSM have tied the game up.
No way.
Are you kidding me? 15 seconds left on the clock. After a bloodbath, look at the stats. A slaughtering from Optic Gaming. Playing the same game in their opponent's util. Playing with their food. We're going into overtime.
How does he get a trade?
Overtime. TSM have had the bomb inside the Optic base twice. They have planted it twice. And when the pressure was at its highest, TSM are still alive in this series. I thought we were done. I thought we were calling an Optic Gaming 3-1 victory. But TSM show hard, and that's what they do so many times here, especially at the Halo World Champs.
Absolutely unbelievable. But they will need to hold off another Optic Gaming rush here. It was a staggered 3 dead, but it's a big kill coming in from Solstheim in the utility. He's the last player alive, and he hits a fantastic 3-nade. They take down Formal as a result. Solstheim, by the way, a huge spree from him.
What's happening right
to
now?
stay alive during that entire
Optic's pushing
sequence.
the
But
last
here
bomb.
comes the Optic Gaming pressure yet again, and we are back here in the red utility. What can they do?
Oh.
Status quo is being reinstalled here for Optic Gaming. But Manny finds a kill. Manny might find another kill here, but the thrust is good from Renegade. Can he get alive? That's the question. 2 dead for Optic. TSM should get their hands on that bomb. And let me tell you, if Optic see that bomb on their side of the map, they will be feeling extremely nervous now after what they've seen TSM do when they get the opportunity to move that bomb towards the base.
Every single player on TSM is negative here in this game, but somehow we are tied 2-2 in overtime. Somehow Optic Gaming has allowed TSM back in this game. 2 dead for Optic. What can TSM do here? Here they come.
Drugs playing info. Legend finds a kill. That should give Optic a little bit of wiggle room here. But 2-2.
They do such a good job cleaning up kills,
When it came
man.
to kills in those moments, Formal will give Optic the advantage to breathe here by picking up that kill as well. But Morlix saying, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing forward here. I want to keep putting pressure on these respawners. I want to be a nuisance inside the base. Renegade has to win a big, big fight. As we are tied up at 2-2 for players alive on the map once more. And Renegade's under pressure once more. Manning finds the kill. TSM are moving that bomb again.
If you're like us, you're wondering, how did we get here after the 10 of the 12 minutes that we saw? How on earth is Optic Gaming 3 dead, 4 dead in the end, with TSM
Dude, no way.
applying the pressure yet again in overtime? 45 seconds
There's
left.
no way they're going
TSM
to take
have got
this.
some nades here. They can flush out Optic. They are trapped in the back of this base. Druk finds one. Oh boy. TSM. You are showing us something special here. Druk from top middle trying to pepper every single member of Optic Gaming in the back of the base. But with a couple of players falling, TSM are having to slow the game down, and Torlik has the camo.
There's 20 seconds
Not over
left.
yet. One more push left. 17 seconds left on the clock.
What happens?
Torlik
If this
does the front
ties,
jump.
do they replay?
Torlik's got nades. Damage surely done here. They're trying to time this perfectly. They know this is the game. The opportunity.
Nope.
Renegade finds one.
They're going to let
TSM
it die.
can't put the pieces together. Time runs out and TSM cannot find the final push. But it means that we go again here.
Unreal. Standing room only already in series number 1 of this tournament with these two teams, and I don't know how. I don't think Optic Gaming on their side of the stage knows how either. After what was an absolute, as we said, slaughtering the entirety of that game, everyone on Optic Gaming was positive, dominating TSM. They allowed TSM, with 2 minutes left, to get 2 arms on the board and force us now into double overtime to decide a winner here in this game time.
Let me ask you a question. You'd rather be in the Optic seats right now or on the TSM side of the stage?
Ooh.
Who's got the momentum in going into overtime here?
I think deep momentum on the side of TSM. I mean, let's look back to the last moments that we just saw. It's Optic Gaming cowering in the back of their base. And Torlik does, by the way, there's an eagle eye that happens from someone. We didn't see it exactly who it was. Someone eagle eyes Torlik front jumping with camo, which could have saved the game for Optic Gaming. We'll take a look at some highlights from that fantastic game number 4. And it felt like, as we said, it was the Optic Gaming story. Look, with 2 minutes, with 2-0 and only 5:30 left on the clock.
Wow.
It felt like this
In
was one
5
just
minutes, they
long
got
over.
2 arms.
But not so fast, says TSM.
Really interesting to watch this final push as well, where the position of Optic Gaming. You know, we saw there were all 4 of them essentially in the back of the base, but I want to know if there was a fridge spawn, if it was players spawning in the back of the base, because the reason that TSM cannot push, if you're just watching, maybe you haven't watched Halo before, right? There's so many easily nadeable routes for you on the defensive side inside of your base, especially when you're coming off the respawn with 2 frag grenades to play with. So TSM cannot just fly into the base and look for those kills, because it's going to be easy trades for Optic Gaming, and that bomb is not going to be moving. So you could see why TSM were having to take their time. They were looking for damage they could play upon, but Optic didn't give them it. And I've got to give a huge amount of credit to Optic Gaming actually
Wait,
defensively,
double
how they
overtime?
played those final moments. Because put yourself
Next
in those
point
shoes,
wins,
right?
that's
You know
it?
You don't have camo. You know you've
That's how
just
they're gonna
lost
play
a
this?
2-0 lead.
It's not a
What
full
we
game
thinking, if we
replay.
lose the
It's
game
next
here, I'm gonna
point.
scream, and they somehow keep the composure to just hold off that final push.
The pre-nades on the bridge were so key. Eagle-eyeing Torlik with camo key, and that sends us now into, as you see on your screen, double overtime. The first bomb will win. And my God, does it ever feel like an important one here. Should Optic Gaming get this single bomb arm, they will close out the series, and they will look ahead to the rest of the tournament. Instead, if it's TSM that gets just 1 bomb arm, that will send us to a series-deciding game number 5.
Dude, that's
We'll get there when we get there.
wild.
We'll get there if we get there. But for now, next bomb wins. Can TSM tie up the series here? At 2-2, or will Optic Gaming close it out here on Aquarius Bomb? Next bomb wins.
This first camo so big. Both teams knowing they cannot allow themselves to go 3 or 4 dead and a camo to be grabbed. Bound gonna be the one making a move for it.
Wow, he got it. He
gets
might
away.
die though.
Does he?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, he does.
Dude, his movement
But
right
Optic
there
Gaming,
was
when the
good.
kills were kind of even across the board off that opening rush, but Val makes the play for the camo, and now the kills are not even, but he gets traded out. Very important play for TSM. As we just relax for a second, and we have 2 players alive on either side of the map.
You wonder, was that maybe a little bit of extra aggression that wasn't required to try to fly in the bottom middle? Oh, big trade from Druck. He does get help, however, still an important trade. Bound is under pressure in the util. 2 dead for both sides, and you wonder here, Mark, which version of each team from that game in regulation do we get here, right? We saw both teams with unbelievable stretches of play in regulation, and the question is, who just shows up for one final push?
Good damage coming out of Bound once again, playing his life really well as well. Making sure he's not over-challenging any of these kills. Druck and Torlik find a couple of beatdowns, though, to put the numbers in the favor of TSM. Bomb is around 50% of the way up the map at the moment.
Damn.
Nobody really has an advantage. Optic Gaming, though, certainly do not have an advantage when it comes to kill. Formal's last alive, but gets into the base again, importantly, to give Legend the respawn at the back of the base. We are in the same situation as we were in the last few seconds of regulation with TSM, with the bomb in the util, and Optic trapped in the back of their base.
Here it's all about damage. It's going to be poking and prodding, and whichever team can get the first opening damage where a player can flood in and start to collapse, that will be the difference maker. And that's why you're seeing things slow down here.
Bounce gets the thrust, will be traded out. Drop traded inside the base. Bomb is still down in the util though. And Soul Sniper's now flanking behind. A couple players, big fire against Renegade. And the thrust keeps him in it.
He's alive,
How
dude.
big is that? And you saw him pick up the thrust bottom middle. Bound only got 1 thrust off, so it was still 1 thrust here. Renegade, by the way, in overtime, he's 0-4, while Soul Sniper is 7-2.
3 dead for Optic.
Ooh,
That's
0-4
gonna be
Renegade.
sick. 4 dead. Manning's in the back of the base as well,
8
which
and
means
3?
they will
Oh my
block
god,
the
he's going off.
spawns. Bomb is not inside of the base though for TSM. But Optic are trapped right now, and the camo goes to Druck.
Druck needs to
I'm not
stay
sure
alive with his
exactly
camo,
how
as
the
we said,
limbs
due to
work.
the
I think
extended
this
length of the
determines
camo.
who's in the
He really will have
finals,
a lot of
like the
options to
final
play with this,
teams.
needs to make sure he doesn't go down
I don't
top.
think
Here
there's a
comes the
losers
bomb, here it
bracket,
comes.
as far as I'm
Renegade takes
aware. I
damage.
think that was already
Forgets
done.
The Druck is at their top middle. Soulside goes down inside the util though, which means Optic have another second to just stabilize, but this punishing damage from top middle from Druck is just pinning Optic inside of this base.
No trade. In the end, it's going to be Legend that takes down Torlik on the bridge. Would be a big trade for Renegade here. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it. Druck stays alive. And that's a brave play from Druck as well. A lot of players would go for the trade just to secure the kill on Renegade. He doesn't get himself in that
Dude, they're
position.
pushing.
He looks for the clean kill.
TSM's pushing. That was a bad
They
push.
bait out the steps, and Druck gets taken down
Oh,
now. 3v3
Torlik got
here on the
one.
push. Here they come.
Just the nades off the respawners is constantly hurting TSM. The timing is just not quite lining up for them every
Optic's
single
moving
time.
that ball out. Or that
Torlik now makes
bomb.
the flank. Moves through the base. Finds
Almost
one
dead.
onto Formal.
Oh,
Finds
they're gonna
onto
TSM's gonna
Bounce,
arm
and in
this.
the back of the base now blocks that spawn. Renegade will be taken down as well. Four dead.
Oh my god, dude. No
Four
way.
dead for Optic
TSM's
Gaming.
gonna take
And
this.
from 0-2 down, the nades will rain in.
No
Optic
way.
desperately trying to stop this one, but TSM
Wow.
stay away. Game number 4.
Oh.
And will send us to a game 5.
My god. Wow, dude. That was insane.
And here we go.
Holy shit. Where are they going? They take it.
20 minutes of Aqua Bomb and Optic Gaming dominating the enormous majority of them. It's TSM that steals out a Game 4 win and sends us to a series deciding game number 5. Optic Gaming with their backs against the wall.
Oh, he's
Welcome to the Halo World
He's a little
Championships,
sweaty.
everybody. This is the first series. This is the one we were
Ah!
looking forward to.
This is
and
insane.
now you're starting to see why. We're going the distance in our first series here in Seattle. Game 5 is calling. And now, now we get to talk about it.
Now, we did not want to get ahead of ourselves because we had to get here, and more specifically, TSM had to get us here. But boy, oh boy, do we have some interesting Game 5 records for these two teams. But before we get into them, we will take a look at some highlights specifically from that overtime. And
What a
Mark, I
game.
think you put it best. TSM picked up where they
What a
left
game.
off.
And the two players we highlighted ever so slightly, the main slayers for their team, right? The numbers guys. Renegade had a really, really rough time in that overtime that we did see. 2-9. He ends up in this game. Torlik though, 5-5, but most importantly, Soulsnipe 11-6 in that overtime. With a flank through the P side, the blocking of the back base spawns from Torlik, I think is the difference between the pressure that TSM had in the final moments of regulation, in the start of overtime, to where they managed to convert. We are heading to the streets. We are heading to a game 5, and we're gonna play some Slayer.
Wouldn't have it any other way. And we always knew that Optic Gaming was going to have to fight through the pool play demons all year long, but especially here at the Halo World Championship. And how about TSM to be that opponent, right? A team they have already lost to in pools this year. A team that has a deep history of extended runs, specifically at the Halo World Championship. They show up in a big way here and have done for the past few years. These 4 players now reunited under the TSM banner. And make no mistake, Optic Gaming is going to have to do the hard work. Now let's talk about
Here we go.
Game
You've been
5
waiting.
stats.
You've been waiting.
I've been holding on
This
to
is your
these in the
moment.
back pocket. And it is quite an interesting story. In Game 5 Slayers on the year, Optic Gaming is 4-5 with a losing record. TSM, on the other hand, 4-1. And as we said, in close Slayers, it is a similar story. Optic Gaming is 6-15 in Slayers within 5 on the year. TSM 6-3. Everything will be decided here on Slayer Streets.
Going into this series, we said we were going to learn a lot about what Optic Gaming is showing up here in Seattle. Is it a World Championship Optic Gaming? Or is it an Optic Gaming who are going to have to essentially follow the same script that they followed the last couple of tournaments? For TSM, the ultimate underdog. A team who loves this main stage here in Seattle, and specifically this side of the stage as well. It is set up so beautifully.
What a way to start this tournament. I mean, we all had our eyes on this series for all of the reasons that we've been discussing throughout the entirety of the matchup, but what a way to start the Halo World Championship. To
Slayer on
game
streets.
number 5. For Optic to have a rematch against
I'm a huge
TSM,
fan of this
to have
one.
to take them down here. And it's going to decide so much of what their bracket looks like. This single Slayer, so much riding on it. Let's talk about specifically Slayer Streets records for these two teams. They're pretty similar, with Optic with just a slight edge. Both teams with winning records. TSM is 3-2 and Optic Gaming is 5-3, so just a little bit more games played. And a small edge percentage-wise, but most importantly, we have to highlight, both teams are coming into Game 5 with winning records on this game time.
It's crazy that
Let's
Astro's
start to
still
put
the
this into
sponsor.
context a little bit. We get inside the head of the players, right? You look at Optic Gaming, you look at some of the most individually talented 1v1, brilliant skill expression players. Legend, Bound, Formal, Renegade. Let me tell you, even the steadiest shots in Halo history feel a little bit different in a Game 5. TSM will need to win.
This hypes me up, man.
TSM
This
will
gets
need
me
to play
going.
the
I'm
best
ready.
Halo that they have played to take down Optic Gaming here.
Map record 1-3, Optic 4-5.
But it's one game to decide who will win this game, who will win this series, and put themselves in a fantastic position in their pool.
They both have bad records.
Again, look at that map 5 record for Optic here, 4-5. TSM recently.
Well, no, 4-5
See
is
which
not
team
terrible, I
can turn
guess.
this now into a very different number, but more importantly, a series win. It's Optic Gaming versus TSM. First match of the Halo World Championship. We're underway in game number 5.
Well, I don't know.
No
Is
better place to
4-5
decide
bad?
than the streets.
Right?
A lot of arguments have been settled over the years. Soulsnipe versus Renegade.
That's not very
Optic Gaming
good.
Flood towards him, gets baited a little bit there to the individual fight, and Optic Gaming will take that first pick and take
Oh, he
advantage
doesn't
of
know
it.
he's there.
Doesn't check his corners.
Oh, they traded.
Does get the trade in that situation.
That's what I
Hammer
mean.
goes into
Like
the hands
all the trades
of
with the
Renegade.
melee. Like
The job here for Optic Gaming is make sure this does not get out of hand. On the CSM side, of course, they need to remember how Game 2 Slayer was played. They kept the game close, but it was not enough throughout the entirety of the game. They're going to need to make sure they, instead, on the other side, get into the lead and hold it. Right now, they're up by just 1.
I mean, at the moment, TSM are panicking over the position of Renegade. You see frantic pings coming in. You can see players turning their heads. And it's just allowing the rest of Optic to move up the map and get those first shots that they require. Even though they don't have the advantage, though, and they don't have the camo.
He's chasing.
Look at the kills.
Ooh, he's chasing.
They're all going the way of TSM, and Renegade can't find
He's still
any
chasing.
targets here. He wants a free kill to keep this camo going.
Oh!
Finds a double kill off the back of it. 2-kill advantage, though, at the end of this camo.
Oh,
Still for
this is
TSM.
going to be nasty.
He's 4-0 at the start of this game. A boy to Optic needed.
Wow. Unbelievable, important 3 kills, because as you said, it was just a 4-kill lead for TSM. But
Kyle
Renegade
stepped into a
slow
huge
and
pile of
patient
dog
in
shit.
the back of Tram. It pays off in the end, and he stays
Congrats,
alive.
buddy.
However, they still trail by 2.
Now they trail by 3 as he gets picked off. Manny with some great shots himself. Bound will find another one to trade out the kill. And it's just trade for trade at the moment across the map. Everybody making sure they're playing shoulder to shoulder, that no damage will go unpunished. And even in that situation where Bound has 2 no-shielded players in front of him, TSM somehow trade the situation.
Truck taken down as well now, 3v3 on the map, and still just a 2-kill
Got a
game.
freaking-
And Optic Gaming
You know what that pile of shit was?
here at 13.
Halo Infinite.
Attention from both teams is going to go towards bottom middle pretty soon as well, as the camo will be reintroducing itself in this game 5. And the game comes to a standstill. Falling. Has the red gun there, but Bound had better shots. Gets that pick for Optic and puts them into a 1-kill advantage.
Yeah, we'll see who can do this. Let's get to our first listen here with Optic
Oh,
Gaming.
we actually got him listening.
We're looking, I'm looking. You went back out here or something? Zero health bound.
He just ninja'd him? Ooh. Dude, look at these pushes. Optic is... Oh, I don't think the dice is in.
He's on the shorty, Many. 2 dead, guys, 2 dead. Nice, 3 dead, last guy. Let's go drive. Careful, Sabri. Yo, drive.
Dude, they're breaking away a little bit.
Nice. Okay, spawning PD. Maybe cafe bound. I'll get to you.
Look at them back up right there.
How long? 5 seconds.
They didn't challenge.
I don't see anything decent. Yo, one's purple. Very weak. I'm good.
Dude, he's pushing. Look at that nade! Oh!
2 dead. Yeah, I'm back in.
We're almost up by 10. He's got this. Nice shots.
I'm getting out. I'm red room. I got Let's see one guy. Yeah, I'm killing C, man. We're backing up. Cliff C, he might be there somewhere. Just clear it. Check all corners.
Dude, Legend is so French, dude.
Nice. Yeah, nothing C, we're good. Look me.
I love hearing him talk.
Alright, 2 of us are out.
10 kills, the advantage for Optic Gaming in the game 5.
Yeah,
and it's
they're
down
up by
to
10,
this man
and
on
they're
your
slowing it
screen.
down now.
Renegade is sat at
Oh!
10-1 in this game. And he's moments away from a potential frenzy.
Unreal just hits a stick into
Oh!
Picks up the first assist on the
Renegade's
second
going
free
nuts.
again For TSM.
Dude, he's gonna
And
get a killing
Renegade
frenzy.
may have gone 2-9 in that overtime, but is he ever making up for it in an enormous way? He's 11-1 in a Game 5 Slayer.
Wow.
Both camos have gone to Optic Gaming as well,
What is that
controlling the
BR
most
skin?
important power-up on the map, and TSM are reeling at the moment. Their knees are looking a little bit weak, the legs are looking a little bit wobbly underneath them, but can they stay on their feet here and push this game the distance?
And even though we talk about big comebacks on a match like Slayer
Ooh, how did he
Streets,
just
when
die
you're
right
at
there?
34-19, this is a deficit that, if you've been watching this whole series, it goes without saying. We haven't seen any kind of gap like this between these two.
Ooh.
Somehow Talik stays alive, and not over yet. We're only here just past the mid-game. And if he stays alive with this camo, maybe could get a rally and a few kills on the board. But TSM needs to be careful. They really cannot even afford to be trading very often here.
Oh, yeah, that can't happen. I mean, it's 3 dead for Optic Gaming. Maybe there's a chance to stagger these spawns of Optic, but trades like that, they're not confident trades, right? You're not looking to extend your lead to grab those kills back to make this a game. TSM are falling victim here to just making sure that
They
wanna
need a
keep-
rally
looks like they're
back
just looking
somehow.
to maybe not make a mistake, and Optic are taking advantage. It's only 11 kills to go now for Optic to close out a game 5. And
This is like the one map that really doesn't have like a
massive
power
win for the Hero
weapon
Bulls.
Formal the man on your screen, by the way, leading the team
to swing.
in assists here. 7 assists to his name, and might only have
Swing
5
the
kills on the
momentum.
board, but has been a huge
42 to
part of the
25. They're
damage,
gonna
dealing
steak
us 3
dinner
men
these
again
guys.
For TSM, Optic Gaming just 8 kills away from closing out the game.
Oh my god.
And would there be something in Optic Gaming winning a series by winning both Slayers? A lot of focus, understandably, throughout the season has been on the Slayer woes. Well, maybe they're becoming the Slayer highs for them in a series like this. Renegade tries to fly in. Manning taking
No
it
way.
out. Manning with some lovely little jukes there under the Stalker Rifle shots. You just get the feeling, even though TSM, you can never count them out, as we learned
Yo,
in that
what?
previous game. This might be too much of a mountain to climb at this point.
Is there a
Feel
separate
like
stream?
Too late for TSM, even though they're capable of great things, and we've seen many of them right in front of us here on the main stage this series. Oh, but Legend with a fadeaway and a 1v2.
Did they just reveal it already?
Increase the kill
that is
count
gonna
even
hurt.
further. 4 kills to go for Optic Gaming.
That is going to hurt, and Sabri is letting them know. Legend in missing shots. He is taking this game over.
48.
Make it 49. He's going to win this one as well, you thought, but Torlik finally puts it to an end as Optic will put the series to an end.
Dude, where is it?
Game 5. Optic win. The streets belong to Optic.
It was not easy. Another pool play gauntlet for Optic Gaming, but this time, unlike Charlotte, unlike Dallas, unlike Arlington,
Did they already reveal it?
they will take down
1 second.
their biggest opponent in pool play. And for now, advance on.
Dude, where is it? Community Day? Is it right here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't see it.
What are you talking about?
They just revealed it.
Revealed what?
Halo CE. They just revealed it.
When?
Like, fucking now. Where is it?
I don't think so.
5 in a tooth and nail kind of way, which
It's going to be on the main stage.
They just tweeted
Who
it.
said that they just released it?
They just tweeted it. It says Halo Combat Evolved arrives in 2026. Experience enhanced gameplay, additional missions, and new features on the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Show that the work has been done, especially in the Slayer department, but that they're ready to, as we said, right the ship, change the trajectory of the year right now.
What?
On a heavy downward trajectory, their worst of Infinite so far. Question is, what can they do? They show up though, they get the job done.
Dude, what? Did they not stream it and just drop a YouTube video?
No, it's going to be on the mainstream. Either that, I don't even care if they fucking drop it.
Dude,
all I
what
want
the
is them to drop gameplay for the next multiplayer. Fuck the CE.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to hearing from the map.
Fuck, I hate Blaze. He's such a faggot.
Dude, I'm not seeing it.
Dude, that guy needs to fucking relax. I'd love to rip that fucking nose ring out.
How does it feel to come
Who?
out and get a win in this series against a squad?
Some guy in the crowd.
Really wanted to beat you guys here today.
Yeah, TSM is a really good squad. You know, I know they put a lot of work in, so us beating them, even though it went game 5, is really good for us.
It is really good for you guys, man. Was that an exciting series, Seattle? You know, being tested there, we got to talk about the map for it. You guys have control throughout pretty much 49% of that map, but that last 51, man, those boys fought at the end. What was going on through you guys' head when you lost that going into that game 5?
That was a pretty bad loss, I'm not gonna lie. You know, they made a lot of great plays, but we knew that game 5 was streets, and we were really confident we're gonna win.
Dude, I'm trying to find this, man.
You was 11-1, 10
Right here.
streak.
Halo
Did
Combat
you guys
Evolved.
see that?
Experience enhanced gameplay right here.
Absolutely insane, man. What do you want to
It'll be on the stream.
Tell me if it is, because I'm watching this trailer right now.
I don't know when it'll be. I just heard it'll be at some point. I mean,
Oh
this is the first match.
my god. Okay, this is like a teaser, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all. They're gonna actually show
Halo
gameplay
Campaign
from what
Evolved
I
is the
heard.
next
But they'll
project
do that on
coming
the
out
main
of Halo.
stage, right?
Okay.
Like, they won't.
Hold on.
From
They
the
might have fucked up.
potential. But Optic Gaming, for me, it comes down to that duo, Renegade and Legend. A Renegade, he's super flashy, he sticks out so much, but Legend was right there with him, strong, sailing through this series. And that was the leg up that the Green Wall needed to get them through this dub, because, again, it came down to the wire clutch, and it could have been a little bit of an early...
Let me know if they showed on the stream, Bake.
Halo Studios. It is the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time, PlayStation. It will be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan, Max, and Greg from the development team. Guys, let's get into this. Why is this the right game for right now?
We did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
It's a great time to revisit Combat Evolved for new players, for established Halo players, and maybe even for old friends playing on different hardware today, to allow them to play together and enjoy the franchise together again.
Going back to the Halo ring again for the first time.
For the first time is really important, and for them to be surprised by new content and feel like excited again about exploring the ring world.
For new players, this is the right time for you to jump in. Think of this as your introduction into this huge franchise we've been building for the past 25 years.
I'm curious how you're going to
All right, they're still playing
focus
stuff.
on capturing the essence of the original, knowing that you need to evolve to kind of move the experience forward.
Yeah, from design, we don't take that lightly at all. Whenever we make a change, the number one thing was to be true to the original game.
For every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
It's really about looking across, what we've learned over the years, what technology we've built, and how we can tie that back into this experience.
Wow.
So in this game, up to
What?
They only dropped. Optic has only dropped one Assault game the entire year.
And that was the one they dropped?
I think so.
4 people can play the campaign together, regardless of which platform they're on. And then we're kicking it old school. We can play 2-player co-op on consoles, on the couch together, just like we did back in the original.
Dude, Bound has been sucking.
What do you have to do differently to account now for 4 people running around?
4 different co-op counts. We will make some of the spaces large.
Renegade has been carrying the fuck out of them.
Hold on.
Honestly, things that have not been here for the rest of the season. Optic Gaming, I will say, some of the maps and modes that we're seeing, it's takeovers for me. I mean, look at that oddball. Unbelievable stuff. And I think a lot of that really does come.
I'm surprised Snipe Down isn't there.
I don't know why they released this, but
Larger. We also want to make sure we're authentic to the encounters themselves. So it's a balancing act between that difficulty tuning and making those encounters the right size for the right space.
I understand that we've done some special tune-up works to the beloved Warthog.
This tournament.
What's that? Sorry.
All I've read is that all the gameplay reveal is going to be like while they're doing the main stage and stuff like that.
He's proven to be the MVP player, and he's out for another world championship.
Those are powerful hands.
Fuck,
Certainly
I
are
have
indeed.
toilet
Well
paper.
done, Optic Gaming. Let's take a look right now. The pools, the updates are flooding on through as, of course, we're getting into our day number 1. The first one is done and dusted. And over at Pool C, we saw on the main stage, Optic Gaming take that one against TSM. It was a close game 5. Things really did get down to the wire, but Optic Gaming, they pulled through.
already
Can they
ate,
do
you
that
fucking
against Complexity?
cocksucker.
Can they do that against Margin Club? Those are the big questions. We'll have to find out. Pool B, FaZe 1-0 right now. Cloud9 also got the better of Mindfreak here. Mindfreak kind of swinging in the rafters. We'll see what they can do against SWAT LATAM later on as well.
That's what you get
Pool A, no
when you eat
updates
it
there
early.
yet, as well as Pool D, because we're going to have to check
Dude,
those out
your
on some of the
fucking
main
child
stage
is an
here.
animal
Johnny, how are
when he
you feeling
plays
about some of the
fucking
ones we've got coming up
Minecraft.
next? I mean, Pool D, it's looking a bit dicey. isn't
Yes,
it?
he is.
Here's an exciting one. You have former teammates going up against each other. You have SSG with that world championship experience, plus some hungry players that want to prove a whole lot. You have a lot with SSG, and then you have Envy who can go on a similar run to what Native Red did not too long ago. Envy are the real deal. They're an
I went
exciting
to
team to watch.
Costco yesterday.
All right, so yeah, so what
And
we had
got
our
this.
first
They got
match
like a
of the day of
Montreal
our
smoked
last
meat
Halo
sandwich.
Infinite World
Holy
Championship.
fuck, was it good?
We're gonna head to a break right now, but when we come back, I want you guys to make sure you're sitting down, you're nice and calm. We have a big update,
Bro,
a special
you've
announcement
eaten
coming
already,
our way.
man. Like,
I'm
you're not
excited
getting
to talk all
anything.
about it and find out alongside with you guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you right after the break.
All right, I'm gonna finish watching this trailer because there's not anything on the stream. If you,
No, it's not going to be yet.
I'm,
They got to
I'm
do the pool play because they got to keep that going, right?
no, they're coming back right after this break, and then they're gonna. It's like right after this commercial break.
Oh, is that what she said?
Project update, 9 minutes 44 seconds. This is the same. I bet you any amount of money we watch the same trailer that they just dropped on YouTube.
Probably.
If Brandon can land, Brandon stop being a fuckboy, come down, and play all the campaign together. That's what Kyle said.
What? Who's saying that?
Kyle, he's on YouTube right now.
Oh, go fuck yourself, you fat
There's
pig.
a new seat. What I like to call the golf cart seat or the bumper seat. This is on the back of the Warthog, so now you can bring everyone with.
Fucking campaigns.
Mind if I join you?
Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite aspects of the Halo franchise. What is a skull? What's cool about it? What does it do?
A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. It makes the game more challenging for the player.
The combination, the pairing of these different skulls and how that's going to create that new gameplay experience. Huge amount of replay options for folks.
I love the replayability that skulls bring to a campaign. It just, there's...
I don't think so.
Oh. And hear that gay fucking the Halloween sounds. I hate it.
is almost endless variety.
We have dozens of skulls this time.
The most that we've ever had in a Halo game.
Are you a lasso guy? I think you yourself told me that you don't think anyone would ever be able to complete this game with legendary all skulls on.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. And so if you can do a true legendary all skulls on run, let us know. Because I'd love to see it.
7 minutes on the live stream. I'm still watching this YouTube.
I think, I mean, that'd be really hard.
From what I was telling or hearing, that they're going to show gameplay. If that's what they're showing.
They've already shown gameplay. It's in the YouTube video. I'm watching right now, Big. If you're on the stream, you'd see it.
Community has shown us is do not underestimate them, and they will find a way.
Making some supper.
So Halo's always been known for its sandbox. How has this evolved?
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays, to change the sandbox in a drastic way, but there's some really fun kind of additions, nuts across enemies, weapons, vehicles, things that in the original CE you weren't able to do before that you now can. You finally killed the elite with the sword. That weapon hits the floor and you can pick that up and just, kind of really take it to the enemy.
Yeah.
The sound design. All these weapons, by the way, have been painstakingly remodeled, rebuilt, higher fidelity. How do all these things kind of come to life?
That comes across through the way they look, the way they sound,
Daddy's doing something right now.
the actual panels on the weapons themselves, the ammo counters.
With Unreal, the fully dynamic lighting within Lumen allows us to get those effects, right? That rich plasma lighting up and brightening the environment.
Of course, one of the hallmark elements of Halo CE is what becomes kind of a three-way battle with the introduction of the Flood.
There was
Oh,
quite
let's
a
see
bit
what the
of
Flood looks like,
between
dude.
CE and 3 to kind of how the Flood behaved and just how they interacted with the player. So we've pulled a lot of those Flood behaviors into this game.
And I would say this is a learning specifically from CE to Anniversary, which is just kind of that mood, the atmosphere, the tension, the horror, and really delivering on that from the way that we stage the encounters and the setup and how we reveal the Flood.
In Halo Legacy, there were some pure form units. We've pulled in a familiar friend, fiend, if you will, to challenge the player.
Dude, oh my god.
Talk to me just a little bit
looks
about
so
how
good.
we're approaching the narrative aspects to bring it up to the same level as the rest of this game.
We want to tell an authentic story and we want to level up the cinematics from the source.
As we were building this out, we didn't just kind of put a new coat of paint over the original cinematics, right? We ended up revisiting exactly how they were blocked out, how they were sequenced, how they were put together, and we've done that across the board.
We have access to original source assets, original source code, and access to the original storyboards. We are remastering, remixing the music to go along with these cinematics.
We also had the core principal cast come in and re-record all the lines.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
This really provides a degree of fidelity that we weren't able to do for Halo Anniversary.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
I'm super excited that this game will include 3 brand new bonus missions. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was really important that we preserve the original story as it is. So these missions specifically are meant to be a prequel, a setup for, the main course. These new missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions, maybe between, Chief and Johnson.
We've got some new mechanics, maybe some new AI behaviors, things that haven't been done before in Halo CE.
I think we're just getting started.
So where are we right now at this stage in development? What can you share with us?
In the past few weeks, we've been able to start engaging and sending builds out to some of our community members.
We can now see so many of the elements of the level really coming together.
There's a point in every game's life cycle where it kind of just comes online.
Seeing really high fidelity versions of the cinematics, elements of the sandbox and encounter tweaks and the lighting.
You can go to someone's desk and give feedback live on an experience, and to me that's like a really exciting time in game development.
The ultimate love letter to the game that started it all. I would call upon our entire Halo community to welcome with open arms this next generation of players. I'm excited to just relive these experiences again for the first time.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know, Big. I don't know. Oh, honey, give me the other remote, honey. Give me the other
All
remote.
that matters is what we're about to watch on the stream, and it better have fucking multiplayer up.
It's not gonna. I think all we're in for is a Halo CE video, and then maybe a tease of multiplayer of some other sort.
Here as well.
What's that?
You stream it in here too?
In Discord?
Yeah.
I mean, I can if you want. I don't know how that'll work, but
I want to watch it, but I
can stream the Twitch channel if you want.
I'm trying to watch his stream. I don't care either way. I'm just trying to watch the stream so we can all watch it together.
yeah, I have it streamed on YouTube. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but I can't be in here and watch it on YouTube.
Oh, all right. Hold on a second. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, but
Yeah, I can hear it.
okay.
What do you think they're gonna announce on here that they haven't already announced yet?
I don't know. That's the thing. Why would they drop a 20-minute, whatever trailer 20 minutes ago, and then?
Because they want the multiplayer to be released like this.
I don't think that's true.
Go fuck yourself.
There's not going to be a multiplayer for CE, and there's not going to be a multiplayer announced, or it's going to be a very slight tease.
It's gotta be some kind of a multiplayer they're announcing, I think.
No, they've already announced the multiplayer. They just haven't released zero details on it.
No, they haven't announced it.
Yeah, they did.
No, there's no official announcement. There's just all speculation.
Brandon,
No.
I don't know if Tyson read it, but I was like, hey, listen, when they finally release this game, Brandon's just not being a little fucking piece of shit and actually come down here. We can all play it together at release.
We have to pay for him to come down.
This is what the game's gotta look like right here in when they redo it.
Like ass?
It's like Infinite.
Like absolute garbage. I mean, the gameplay that I saw.
Stop Halo.
No, I know.
It's going to be a multiplayer.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
And they made that clear that there's going to be a multiplayer.
You think they're actually gonna show multiplayer?
I think so. I think so.
I don't know about now, but they said that Halo Infinite, this is the last tournament until potentially 2027 when the next multiplayer comes out. They've already said that.
All right,
Let's
here
go.
goes. Here goes.
Welcome back, Spawns. It's day one here at the
Holy
Halo
fuck.
World Championships.
That's a lot of people.
And I'm very, very excited to welcome our friends from Halo Studios to the desk. Now, you may recognize one gentleman on the very end. Sketch, welcome back up here. But you brought friends with you. You've got Damon and Max as well from the studio. I'm excited, Sketch. How have you been?
Awesome, like surrounded by thousands of Halo fans. What a series to kick off the weekend. Like there's no place I'd rather be.
No, honestly, it's been absolutely incredible. And Max, Damon, so lovely to have you joining me up here. I know this means really good things, but look at these Halo fans that have gathered around just to find out why you guys might be up here. Have you seen this many bodies in Seattle before? They are really excited.
Halo 7 Fall of 343.
I honestly, I can, and I'm very excited about it. I've got to ask as well, of course, the first time we actually got a first look at the work underway to bring Halo to life in Unreal. We actually introduced a brand new name, of course, for the studio. So that leaves me with the big question is, Sketch, what's on deck for this year?
Well, we thought we changed our name again. No, just kidding.
All right.
Honestly, Lottie, it's been a really busy and exciting year at Halo Studios. The team's just been kind of laser focused, working on the next chapter for the franchise. As you mentioned, kind of last year, we took a look at what Halo could look like in Unreal 5. And over the past year, we've been busy playing Halo and Unreal 5. So it's just been a really exciting time for the studio. We're on the eve now of 25 years. The anniversary is next year, really since the beginning of it all with the release of Combat Evolved. So really big momentous moment and super exciting time as we looked ahead to what's going to be the next chapter for Halo.
I mean, so many incredible memories. I mean, Max, you must have tons of memories, being in the franchise and obviously just Halo. It's nostalgic, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, 25 years. It's incredible, right? So thinking back to the Combat Evolved experience, I mean, being on the ring for the first time as Chief, just driving that Warthog to the beach, playing co-op on the couch with a friend, getting through the Legendary campaign. There's just so many great memories.
Yeah, and I remember buying my first Xbox back in 2001 and playing the game with my buddies on the couch. And then personally, I would just stop and look at the game and what they were doing in Halo, I just never seen before. It's incredible.
Honestly, I got a massive role as the coolest big sister because it's how I literally spent time with my brother. We split screened Halo. That was what we did, and it was incredible. So many amazing memories. But bringing it back to the present, you must be here for a reason, and I already know you got something up your sleeve. Well, if you were wearing longer ones, Damon. But do you want to hit us with a little world premiere?
World premiere.
Same video I just saw. They fucked up.
That does look pretty insane. Not gonna lie.
It does look good. It looks like Halo. I mean, it actually looks like Halo. I'm not gonna lie. It looks great. If they would have showed me this for Infinite, this game would have been huge.
Not really. Because then you would have played
Halo
it.
Campaign Evolved is the next project
What?
coming out of Halo Studios.
Then you would have played Infinite and realized
Halo
how shitty it
CE
was.
campaign remake.
Well, no, I mean,
is
like,
coming to
if
Xbox,
this was what
PC,
Infinite
and for the first
was,
time,
I feel like it would have done
PlayStation.
better.
It'll be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan, Max, and Greg from the development team. Guys, let's get into this. Why is this the right game for right now?
We did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
It's a great time to revisit Combat Evolved for new players, for established Halo players, and maybe even for old friends playing on different hardware today, to allow them to play together and enjoy the franchise together again.
Going back to the Halo ring again for the first time.
For the first time is really important, and for them to be surprised by new content and feel like excited again about exploring the ring world.
For new players, this is the right time for you to jump in. Think of this as your introduction into this huge franchise we've been building for the past 25 years.
I'm curious how you're going to
What
focus
franchise
on
have you built in the last
capturing the
15?
essence of the original,
Exactly.
knowing that you need to evolve to kind of move the experience forward.
Yeah, from design,
Everyone
we
in
don't
the
take
Twitch
that
chat
lightly
saying
at
L.
all. Whenever we make a change,
Are you serious?
the number one thing was to be
Yeah.
Every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
It's really about looking across, what we've learned over the years, what technology we've built, and how we can tie that back into this experience.
So in this game,
stop.
up to 4 people can play the campaign together, regardless of which platform they're on. And then we're kicking it old school. We can play 2-player co-op on consoles.
I like
On the
that they have
couch together,
2-player
just like we
co-op
did
on
back in the
consoles.
original.
That's pretty sick.
What do you have to do differently to account now for 4 people running around?
For different co-op counts, we will make some of the spaces larger. We also want to make sure we're authentic to the encounters themselves. So it's a balancing act between that difficulty tuning and making those encounters the right size for the right space.
I understand that we've done some special tune-up works to the beloved Warthog.
We have. There's a new seat, what I like to call the golf cart seat or the bumper seat. This is on the back of the Warthog, so now you can bring everyone with.
Mind if I join you?
Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite aspects of the Halo franchise. What is a skull? What's cool about it? What does it do?
A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. It makes the game more challenging for the player.
The combination of pairing of these different skulls and how that's going to create that new gameplay experience, huge amount of replay options for folks.
I love the replayability that skulls bring to a campaign. It is almost endless variety.
Bring back
We have
1 through
dozens of skulls
50.
this time.
The most that we've ever had in a Halo game.
Are you a lasso guy? I think you yourself told me that you don't think anyone would ever be able to complete this game with legendary all skulls on.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. And so if you can do a true legendary all skulls on run, let us know. Because I'd love to see it. I think that'd be really hard.
If there's one thing that this community has shown us is do not underestimate them, and they will find a way. So Halo's always been known for its sandbox. How has this evolved?
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays, to change the sandbox in a drastic way, but there's some really fun kind of additions, and that's across enemies, weapons, vehicles, things that in the original CE you weren't able to do before that you now can. You finally killed the elite with the sword. That weapon hits the floor and you can pick that up and just kind of really take it to the enemy.
The sound design. All these weapons, by the way, have been painstakingly remodeled, rebuilt, higher fidelity. How do all these things kind of come to life?
That comes across through the way they look, the way they sound, the effects, the actual panels on the weapons themselves, the ammo counters.
With Unreal, the fully dynamic lighting within Lumen allows
God,
us to
it
get
looks
those
so
effects,
good.
right? That rich plasma lighting up and brightening the environment.
Of course, one of the hallmark elements of Halo CE is what becomes kind of a three-way battle with the introduction of the Flood.
There was quite a bit of development between Halo CE and 3 to kind of how the Flood behaved and just how they interacted with the player. So we've pulled a lot of those Flood behaviors into this game.
And I would say this is a learning specifically from CE to Anniversary, which is just kind of that mood, the atmosphere, the tension, the horror, and really delivering on that from the way that we stage the encounters and the setup and how we reveal the Flood.
In Halo Legacy, there were some pure form units. We've pulled in a familiar friend, familiar fiend, if you will, to challenge the player.
Talk to me just a little bit about how we're approaching the narrative aspects to bring it up to the same level as the rest of this game.
We want to tell an authentic story and we want to level up the cinematics from the source.
As we were building this out, we didn't just kind of put a new coat of paint over the original cinematics, right? We ended up revisiting exactly how they were blocked out, how they were sequenced, how they were put together, and we've done that across the board.
We have access to original source assets, original source code, and access to the original storyboards. We are remastering, remixing the music to go along with the cinematics.
We also had the core principal cast come in and re-record all the lines.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine sheaths?
This really provides a degree of fidelity that we weren't able to do for Halo Anniversary.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
I love that they brought them back.
I'm super excited that this game will include 3 brand new bonus missions. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was really important that we preserve the original story as it is. So these missions specifically are meant to be a prequel setup for, the main course. These new missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions, maybe between, Chief.
This shouldn't be a full price game.
We've got some new mechanics. There's some AI
You know it's
behaviors,
going to
things
be.
that haven't been done
They're
before.
spending 2 years making
We're
this.
just getting started.
So where are we right now at this stage in development? What can you share with us?
In the past few weeks, we've been able to start engaging and sending builds out to some of our community members.
We can now see so many of the elements of the level really coming together.
There's a point in every game's life cycle where it kind of just comes online.
Seeing really high fidelity versions of the cinematics, elements of the sandbox and counter tweaks and the lighting.
You can go to someone's desk and give feedback live on an experience, and to me that's like a really exciting time in game development.
The ultimate love letter to the game that started
they just
it
recreated
all.
Halo
Call
1
upon our entire
with
Halo
Sprint
community to welcome
and on Unreal Engine.
this next
I saw
generation
this.
of
I saw the
players.
sprint mechanic. I
I'm excited
didn't
to
even
just
register in my
relive
head.
these experiences again for the first time.
That's basically what they're just doing right now, and then 3 random bonus missions.
Yeah, they're bringing it to PS5, which is kind of cool, I guess. All right, now we need the juice. Let's get the juice.
Dude, I just went to search store
Wow,
in
guys,
Steam,
that
and Halo
is
Combat
a lot
Evolved
to
is there.
process.
Is it?
I'm still trying to comprehend
Yeah.
how Halo is coming to PlayStation. You heard it right. It's coming to PlayStation. I mean, I cannot even believe it, Brian. How excited are you about this evolution?
That
here?
cover looks dope.
It's a huge deal, Lottie. It's a long time coming. We're just super excited to be able to welcome even more players now into the franchise we love, to fall in love with Halo the same way that we all did, 24 years ago.
So what
here
they're
at this
trying
point.
to do
And,
then is get people into
as a
Halo
community guy,
again,
I
bring
know
it,
the
go
Halo
back to the
community is
Bungie
super
days
excited to welcome
when
in
it
their
was
friends
actually
as well.
insane, and then
it's just
release
going
a
to be more
camp or
Halo
a
for everyone.
multiplayer
And,
that's
it's
hopefully
really a new era.
gonna
Halo is
somehow
on
match it.
PlayStation going forward, starting with Halo Campaign Evolved.
It really is. Honestly, for me personally, it's amazing because I've had friends who haven't had access to Halo because they
Look
haven't
at all
had
the
the right
people getting up
consoles
and
and
leaving.
instead been able to game together. So the fact that we can now
Oh my
do whatever,
God.
introduce them, bring them to my house, and show them exactly how it's done, I cannot wait. Damon, how much does this mean to you?
It's incredible. I mean, like, you get an opportunity for this game. What we want is for as many fans and players to play the game as possible. And to be on the Xbox XS, to be on PC, Steam, and PlayStation all at one time, it's a heck of a way to kick off the 25th anniversary.
It really is. And Max, I mean, the game itself looks absolutely amazing, and there's so much to dig into. But right off the bat, can I just say how excited I am that split screen co-op is back. It is giving all the feels. It is OG, and I cannot believe it is honestly coming back to us here. How are you feeling about that one and the decisions that were made to bring it back to life?
Very excited. I mean, Halo is always better played with friends, and that started with the original Combat Evolved and the split screen co-op experience there. So we're really excited to bring that forward.
Damn, dude,
in
look at
addition
that.
to bringing forward for the first time
That
ever,
water looks insane.
4-player online cross-play, cross-progression co-op.
Cross-play?
across
That's
Xbox,
wild.
PC, and PlayStation.
That is huge. You are bringing basically your entire squad with you along for the ride. No one is left out. I love to hear that. Now, Sketch, revisiting something as iconic as Halo CE is quite a tall order. How did you feel about tackling that one, sir?
Thankfully, I'm not tackling it. No pressure for these guys. Make no mistake, like, Combat Evolved is a masterpiece, right?
He's wearing a
it
PlayStation shirt.
It is like the perfect video game, the perfect
Yeah,
story,
for
the perfect
releasing on
characters, the
PlayStation.
work that
Yeah.
Bungie did, the universe they built. We're all huge Halo fans as well at the studio, and it's impacted all of our lives. And I know the team understands this mantle of responsibility that comes with carrying this forward now for a new generation. Just a lot of care and attention has gone into every facet of this project. And the goal isn't to make something that could ever replace Halo Combat Evolved, but make something that could stand right alongside it.
100%. And just to double check, it's not a port, right, Damon?
No, this is a remake. So it's really important. Everything in Halo Combat Evolved has been evaluated, touched, all the art assets remade. And it's important to note that as they remake things back, the talented team back at base, they are preserving the heart of Halo. Everything that they do, the cinematics, new mocap, animations have been redone. We've re-recorded principal cast, VO. Everything in an effort to maintain the spirit of discovery, a sense of awe and heroism that the original iconic Halo Combat Evolved had.
I love to hear that. And I have to double check as a fan myself, for everyone in the building, Max, this is not another Halo CE anniversary, is it?
We are looking to be authentic and ambitious. We have 25 years of player feedback, and
hairline,
we're
holy
looking at
fuck.
that feedback directly from Combat Evolved University. So you can look forward to things like,
Holy
wayfinding,
fuck,
level
dude, shave your
variety,
fucking head, you
a lot of good
loser.
stuff there.
Love to hear it. And it is ambitious, like you guys have been mentioning.
Wow.
But speaking of ambitious, Max, what is this I'm hearing about some new missions?
Yeah, 3 new missions,
Come on.
Chief and Johnson.
Give me the juice.
You're going to have new enemies, new characters, new gameplay, new environments. So many things. It's going to be a great time.
I can't wait. And obviously, speaking of gameplay, there's some new enhancements. There's lots of new things coming for players to enjoy. What could some of those be, and what can we expect?
Yeah, that's right. We do have an expanded sandbox. So 9 weapons, all new to this experience. 3 of them you may have seen in the original game. So the energy sword, the fuel rod cannon, the sentinel beam, those things you saw, but you couldn't pick up, and now you can, in addition to 6 others joining. And then also we have things like vehicle hijacking. We have the ability to drive the Wraith. A lot of things to look forward to.
You know, it really sounds like you guys are nailing the balance between, you know, the nostalgic, but the newness, and nostalgic newness is what I'm going to run with here. You know, it's great for old players, new players alike to come and experience this because it's such a beautiful story, a beautiful game. No, I want to know what you're most excited about as you start this new venture here. Damon, I'll start with you.
I said it before. It's great to have a chance to bring an entirely new generation of players to the franchise. People who haven't had a chance to go on the missions with Chief are now going to get to do that for the first time. And they can go along with
this is just a
the
stepping
fans
stone.
who have
That's
been
all it
with
is.
us for 24 years at this point,
This
Xbox
project-
and PC players, and I'm excited for them to play it together.
It seems like it's just a setup for Halo 7.
Yeah, I'm just excited about all the ways that you can play
Or the
together
multiplayer.
and replay in more ways than ever
2
before.
years, 2
You know,
years,
from
no
that expanded
competition.
sandbox to the dozens of skulls, some
Oh,
returning
at
favorites,
least,
some
dude,
that are
at
entirely new
least
that we're
2
doing
years.
more with than
Yep,
we've ever done
2
before.
years.
There's
2
just
years
really
to
a
the
lot of
multiplayer.
new
I'd
content you're gonna
say
engage with.
at the
Cannot wait. I'll
earliest,
be
we
certainly
might
engaging
get
with it.
multiplayer
And Sketch, last but not
2027, and
least,
I
I can
doubt
see you're
it.
excited about something.
Yeah, I am. I mean, again, as the community person, just seeing this community grow, welcoming all of our friends and new players to the franchise is just so exciting. Just kind of knocking down walls. We're going to come together. We're going to sing Kumbaya. It's going to be great. Blue and green coming back together again. Also, I'm super excited. I got to give a shout out. Having Steve Downs and Jen Taylor back. Amazing. We're so lucky to have them. They really are going to bring a magic touch to this experience. And personally, knowing that I won't get hopelessly lost in the library anymore is a huge win for me.
Big win there, Sketch. I'm really happy for you with that one for sure.
A lot of
Also,
people are
Halo
pissed off with no,
Combat Campaign
no
Evolved is
multiplayer.
coming in 2026. So excited to be delivering this one to you guys. And great news for all of us, of course, OGs and new players coming together. But I have to know, I'm greedy. I want to know when we can see this. When can we expect to get our hands on it? Have you got any other surprises for us?
I mean,
Dude,
officially,
talk about
Halo
multiplayer.
Campaign Evolved will be arriving on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC in 2026. But maybe we don't have to wait quite so long to get a taste. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to announce here at the
Oh, they
venue
got a
all
demo.
weekend long, behind these mysterious Forerunner walls, we've brought a pre-release work-in-progress demo. It's a chance to drive around, check out the Silent Cartographer, and get an idea of what's in store for the full game next year.
I cannot wait. In fact, I've actually got somebody on recon for me right now on the floor because I have to see what this is all about. Blaze, you're outside. We were wondering what
That's
was
why
in this,
everybody
and
left.
finally we know.
He's such a
Campaign
fucking
Evolved. How you
loser.
feeling about it, buddy?
Okay, and just know I'm riding a bumper. You got shotgun. Wes is driving, and Tony
Dude, you're
on
fucking
turret.
a
All right.
grown-ass
I'm ready to
man.
get
You
our
still
hands
have
on this.
braces.
Are you all ready to get your hands on Campaign Evolved? Let's count it down, and we're gonna open the doors. All right.
Hope they all
5,
trample on each other.
4, 3.
Look at that guy's
2,
fingers in the background. What the
1. Chief,
fuck?
open the doors.
See that guy's fingers?
Oh!
Yeah.
Hold up, hold up, hold up! Oh my God! Yo, get the ropes
Dude,
open. We
that
gotta
is
get people
fucking
in here.
cool, though.
Look
That
at
is pretty
this
sick.
Campaign Evolved. It's gonna be insane. I was wondering what was in here all weekend. You guys kept it good
All
for me,
weekend.
but you're about to lose me up in this maze, man. I'm trying to play. Are you guys trying to play out there? They are. I'll see y'all later.
Dude, what kind of fucking pants do you got on?
You know what? I'm going to have to pull him out of there later on. I'm really going to have to do it physically myself because it's going to be hard to peel him away. And I'm sure you guys as well in the venue. I mean, unbelievable. The fact that not only do you guys come up here and reveal some really exciting new additions for us as Halo fans, but the fact that we get to get our hands on it immediately. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much for joining us today as well. It's been absolutely amazing to have that first look at Halo Campaign Evolved. I have to ask, as we wrap things up, have you got any final thoughts for us, Damon?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I want to thank the team. The team that's working hard back
come
at
on.
the office.
Nothing big.
Something.
Nothing. I told you we get nothing.
The work that they're doing. We are honored to be able to announce this game to you and to share their work with the world today.
Well, you know what? Folks, you are very, very lucky because the next chapter of Halo arrives next year. And for everyone here at the Halo World Championships, you have the opportunity to get your hands on it amongst the first in the world.
What do these people say?
Today.
Underwhelming.
I hope you guys enjoy it all weekend long.
Underwhelming.
But I think it's about time we get back to the Halo action on the
Brutal.
main stage. So here's your
No
Halo World
multiplayer.
Championships as we get into the next one.
Get out of there.
I'm not mad, but I'm kind of hoping we'd get a multiplayer reveal, to be honest.
Well, I mean, even I don't even really care about gameplay. Just like, just give us something to go off of to kind of say, like, you know, like where are we in the next step? Multiplayer, like, is there any
one with unimaginable power.
I don't even need to see anything like this. I'm fine with this gameplay, but if they're saying that, you know, the next Halo is going to look like this is, you know, basically what we expect for graphics and stuff.
Right.
And you know, obviously, you know, we haven't made as much progress on this. I don't know, just something.
I think they needed to deliver something before they could maybe even be approved for. Dude, that Elite looked absolutely stupid. He's just running right at him. I don't know. Maybe they needed to prove themselves with this first.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Oh my god, it looks really good. It does.
Give them hell, Chief.
The fact that it's so campaign evolved, kind of cool, I guess.
The 2025 Halo World Championship is presented by HyperX,
Yeah, we're not getting
Omen,
nothing.
and Hayward.
That sucks.
Makes me want Jesus. I'll collect. Oh, Ryanoob.
Where? They just upset Ryanoob's
He's on
team?
the left next to the nigger. Oh shit! I
Oh
shouldn't
my
say
god. Jesus Christ. Wait, did this just happen?
Yeah.
Damn, Ryanoob's team. Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Good thing it's only Kyle in the stream. Yeah. People aren't happy.
No, dude. How can you be? The basis of Halo, yes, is like the campaigns being like good, but like the but I mean, like, people want fucking multiplayer. That's what we are right now. People don't want fucking campaigns. They want fucking multiplayer.
Yeah, they said waste of everyone's time.
They did. They wasted 2 years working on this. Absolutely fucked.
Alright, I guess I'm tuning off of this. I'm watching no more. No more.
You're not gonna watch any of the Halo?
I just watched that first series. I'm probably gonna play something. Maybe some Rivals. I haven't played Rivals in a hot minute. They got a bunch of new characters and stuff.
Yeah, the game sucks.
Game
They've
sucks.
lost so much of their player base.
It's unfortunate. I don't know what else to play.
Yeah.
How many people are playing on the community right now? There's still 100,000 in the game, Big.
Yeah, I won't be a part of that 100 either.
You gonna keep playing Infinite?
Probably Gears.
Years, yeah. I mean, what was I gonna say? Oops, what did I just? I mean, Gears. E-Day will be coming out, won't it?
Dude, I've legit been trying to talk to you, and I've been muted this whole fucking time.
Oh
my Nice job.
God.
Thanks. Yeah, dude. Hey, this is what I said earlier. It's like it's pretty fucking sad that literally they have to remake a game over and over again just to like. It's all they ever fucking do, man. Like, hey, listen, we can't create good fucking maps. Let's create the pit. Let's like forge them the same maps that we already made fucking 10 years ago. Right? Like, man, hey, guys, let's restart again. Let's just recreate the same game we've already made twice. That's fucking sad, bro.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
I agree, it looks fucking great. I'm glad it looks great. But listen, realistically, you wouldn't have fucking shit if technology didn't suck back then. Like the fact that our favorite game's future is based off of the fact that technology didn't exist like this, back in 2000. It's fucking sad.
I mean, their way of justifying it is PlayStation. It's all the things that they said. It's their attempt at creating what is a Halo game on Unreal, and then it's also their attempt on making a cross-platform game.
Fucking do Halo 3 then, dude.
I mean, maybe they're gonna do Halo 1 and 2 and 3 because they know that'll sell.
I'm just saying that this is the third fucking time that they're doing this game.
I think remasters sell. You just ride the nostalgia.
Wow.
I'm serious. I think they sell.
And I don't disagree that they sell. I just want to fucking play something different than what I've been playing.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I think it's so fucking sad. Like, that they, to keep Halo alive, this is the third time that they're redoing it. Like, that, to keep a video game alive that's so important to so many people, they have to redo the game 3 times.